And you're live. Okay, do not touch the buttons on the monitor. Hi, everybody. It's Thursday night. Thursday night. We're going to have Thursday night with friends. Hi, everybody. We're going to have friends on tonight. I hope. I hope. This is going to be a live video chat show. We will be doing arts and crafts for adults because we use sharp items such as scissors and needles and heat guns and hot glue guns and stuff like that. So it's for adults. And we will be chatting with the chat people in the chat room because that's how we like to do it. It's a live chat show. And that's how we play it. That's how we like to do it. So if you're watching this at a later time and you want to scoot on over to the better parts, I invite you to do so. In the meantime, I will be chit-chatting with the people in the chat room. Hi, Brittany. Brittany's first. Brittany's number one. Brittany's number one. Woohoo! How you doing, Brittany? How you doing today? What you been doing today? I've been kind of busy. Becky wore me out. I shouldn't have played that game. Then I played it again. Oh, here's my game sheet that I did with Becky. If you were over there, Becky, Aunt Beck's Creations, did a prompt game tonight, this afternoon, and it was 6x6. You had 6 prompts, and you do it in 6 minutes. And I did it on this big piece. Well, of course, I couldn't get through the second prompt, but I did do 6 minutes on this prompt. So this one worked out. And the only reason why it really worked out is because I already had ink on some of the stamps that I used. This had ink on it already, and I just used it a second time. It was pre-inked. My feather had a little bit of ink left over, and I just used it again. My stencil was out and ready to. I had it out and ready to use. The paint was there. The sponge I used was there for the first one. So everything was like really ready at my fingertips, to do 6 minutes. But I ran out of time on the 6 minutes, but we took our time and finished the page, and I love the end results. So that worked really, really nice. And I do see something here that I think would look better if I outlined my sign up here. I found some words after the game. The luck of the draw artist. And that kind of was appropriate. So I've got a little headline there, and it came out of a travel catalog. This was a Oklahoma travel catalog, and they were talking about drawing pistols, like in the old days, Western days. That's what they're really talking about. But we drawed the cards, so that was our luck. So I think that outlines it a little bit better. Hi, Janelle. We're on live. Say hi.
Hello.
Janelle's here with me. She's my guest. Oh, will you click on Teresa's with the mouse? Find the cursor and click on that little gray box that's not lit up right there. Click. You. Hi, Teresa.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm here.
You're here? Okay. Hi, Janet.
I'm playing with my dies.
Playing with your die cuts. Oh, goody. Well, you'll have to show them off because I don't have any of those.
I got new ones, so I'm trying them out, and I've got them all tried out now, and except for one.
Well, that sounds nice. Sounds nice.
Yeah, I always like to try them out.
Well, of course. I would be mass producing them and putting them in envelopes. That's just because I like to do that. I'm a sorty type kind of a girl.
Well, this is what I'm doing is I usually do, and I let people see, and not everybody likes the same thing. So
Right, right.
so
So,
um, that's the thing is not everybody likes the same thing. So let me slide this one through, and maybe you can see part of what I've been doing if I can get this camera to work properly.
okay.
It's a pain, but this is the set that I just finished, and it's animals.
Tree. Uh huh.
It's got the tree, and I call it an African safari. So
Yeah, that does look good.
because this is the dyes over here, and this is what it produced, and I did them in different colors because I used scrap paper for it.
Right, right. Make
So
it
that's what I
scenery.
did.
And your background can be just like in browns and sunset colors.
Well, this is just to show me what the dyes look like when they're cut.
Okay.
This is just my set that I work with. It's like this one dye here. It does this. It's a corner dye. Let me get. There we go. It's a corner dye, and it just cuts a lattice out of a
Okay.
corner on the card or something, and
I
that's what it
see.
does. Okay, and then there's this set of dyes right here.
Oh, the diamonds. That's on
Um,
like cards. Yeah, that's on the back
and
of the
and
cards.
and it makes flowers. So, and it makes flowers and the leaf and everything that goes with the flowers.
Well, that's good.
All right, then I have a rose, which is this one. And I'm thinking about making my mother a Mother's Day card with the rose.
Oh, yes. You did that
Taking,
last year, so you should. Yeah.
well, I always make my mother a Mother's Day card.
Yeah.
She likes handmade things, so I always do that for her. And
Right.
that's the die for the rose.
Oh, well, that's
Okay.
cute. Yeah, yeah.
Then I have an umbrella man. And let me see if I can find him right quick. And most of my I use scrap paper just to cut with
Uh-huh.
because of the fact that they're just for me. They're
Right.
just for me to know what they look like when they're cut. And here's the umbrella man.
Oh, he's cute.
All right, then I have um let's see. Let me find oh, and then I have a lighthouse, and there's the
Oh,
die, and
that's
there's the die
cute.
cut.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that is cute.
and then I have I'm looking for the dies. I've slid them up under my die machine, and I'm having to hunt them down. So, and then the lady die cut with her umbrella and her dog.
Oh,
I have the umbrella lady and the umbrella man. So,
I see.
a girl and her puppy. What can I say?
Alrighty.
And this one I haven't cut yet, so I don't know if it cuts or not yet. But I hope so because I really liked it. So, but
Hi,
and then
everybody.
and then this one right here.
Oh, that's like a corner. Yeah.
You you cut that in the corner and you put it on a corner of say, okay, this is just like I said, these are scrap pieces of paper I have, and you make a card or something. Let me see if I can get that lined up, and you put it on the corner, and that's what you do with that.
Well, it looks great.
So
Like
that's
clean.
where I'm is.
So you're going to use the roses on your Mother's Day card?
I am going to use the rose on my Mother's Day card, yes. But I think what I'm going to do is, um, I showed Violet my rose, and I think I'm going to use the red rose wherever I put it with a black background with a white background behind that. Who is it?
Now I do have some construction going on in my house, so we have to muddle through the hammering. So
What's the building?
we got a little repair going on in the attic. We have this fan that we can turn on in the summertime to pull out the hot air in the roof and the attic,
Right.
and a lot of people have them. And the fan had a little leak in it, so they were taking it all the stuff apart and put it back, fix it and glue it back together. So they're up there pounding. So just ignore the the extra noise. I was hoping that they would be
How
done
much
with all that
drilling?
part by now, but as you can see,
Uh-huh.
it's
You need
all
a mute button for them.
it's all good. It's
You
all
need a
good.
mute button for them, Beth. You need to mute them.
Well,
Tell them you need
I
to go
think
push the
I
buttons.
I
I'm
they
just
haven't
kidding.
really been too bad lately. I thought they were done with the sawing, but I think they're putting it back in. They're screwing screws in. So that's a good sign.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good sign right there.
Janet says that Teresa is the queen of die cuts now. Yeah, I think so too. She's getting hot and heavy in them.
Well, I like die
Day
cuts.
81, Mary Lou. Hi there, day 81. Is that day of the year, the day of the year prompt
Hi,
things that
Janet.
you guys are doing, or
Hi,
is that her
Janet.
birthday? Did Mary Lou have a birthday? Hi, Mary Lou. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Deborah Brown. Hi, guys. We are going to be. I'm going to be. I just showed off Becky's prompt card that we just did a 6x6 game, and it was 6 prompts in 6 minutes. And I've only got 2 prompts on this one done in 6 minutes, but I got all of them done on this card. So
Oh,
size matters when you do that game. Size of the paper does matter. It's a 100-day project. Okay.
it does.
Okay.
It definitely does matter. Becky did not finish the first one.
But after we stopped, we chatted a while, so I did get to finish it. And I love my page. It says luck of the draw artists. That's all of us. That's all of us.
That's
So
us.
so anyway, I'm just going to just leave this here, and I don't know if we're going to do any more work in this book tonight, but we'll just leave it over here just in case we do. Actually, I'm going to put it somewhere where it will not have cause a crab avalanche. And another thing I need to do with this book is we need to paint the front. But right now I'm going to do a little felting, and Teresa's going to play with her dies. I did invite anybody who wants to come on. You are allowed to come on here with me. I can have up to 10 guests. If you'd like to just come on and read the chat for me, I wouldn't care. You don't have to show your face, just your hands, basically, uh, as far as work goes. But, oops, Mary Lou, sorry about that. I don't know how to do it. There we go. So there is the link if anybody wants to come in the back room. And if when I see you, I will get you up here on the screen with us. So I'm
You'll
going
have to
to
look
be.
for me. I have to get real close to the screen to see what you're saying.
I do too. I have my iPad over here, and I have to get up to go over to the screen to put you in the room. So I have to, Oh well, we'll
Well,
make
you
it.
can see my nose and my mouth anyway.
Uh-oh. So uh, I can't. My eyes won't let me see that far over there. I can see the first names, but I just can't see the print. So anyway, you girls are invited if you would like to come in and try your hand at it. uh, this would be a good practice time for you. You know, that's all I'm saying. Good practice. So I've got some wool, and I got a kitty cat, and I got my thingy here. I'm going to use. So, if you all have any questions, type in caps for me, and you all can just chat among yourselves. Mary Lou's out is good. She's just having to catch up to do too. Me three. Deborah said, "So glad you are feeling a little better today." Oh, Deborah's feeling a little bit better. I hope so. Oh, great.
Yeah, good to hear.
Great, Deborah. Feeling better today. Everybody was feeling sick last week. I had several people not feeling very good.
I've
So,
got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so hopefully they'll be able to tell me what's going on with me. I'll be happy about that.
going to the doctor tomorrow. Okay.
I am. This
So we'll know tomorrow
it,
night.
all this mess is just driving me crazy.
Well, I hope it's just stress related and with everything you're going through. So I am going to try to make a kitty cat. I'm going to try to use this. And I want to try. I don't have. Well, I do. I do have a cookie cutter for like a little bird, but I'd like to try to make a dove, and that'll be my challenge for tonight to make a dove. But I can go ahead and get started on this little guy.
And I
And
like to roll my dies through slowly
yeah.
because rolling them through slowly lets it leave the pressure on it a little longer to cut a little better.
Okay.
Um, if you roll it through too fast, then it doesn't want to cut well a lot of times, and you want every detail that's supposed to be in this die, you want it to cut. Where
Right.
there's a hole in this die, there's supposed to be a hole in your
Oh, paper.
but see, would
Yeah.
that not be a cute thing to put as a stencil right there?
Oh, look at
Right. And then
that.
see, by going slowly,
Yeah, you can use that on the bottom
get
of the
all
page that you're
right. You
the
get
good, the negative,
all
and
of
the
the
good.
detail.
Uh-huh. Maybe
Get
3D.
all of
Yeah,
the
you can make
detail right back
3D
here.
looking.
I
Uh,
could see doing this in a 3D kind of setting thing because you could take like I did this in pink because I have a scrap paper pink, right?
yeah.
But you take this right here and you back it up. Say you cut another one out of black and make a shadow for it. I
Uh-huh.
that
Or
that
gray. Oh yeah.
put black up against that pink even, and it'd be kind of like a sunset on it.
Yeah. That would be cute. That is a very cute die. I
That
love
one
it.
came out really well, did it not? That like I said, I just got these dies, so I'm testing them out to see how they come out. So I think they came out, pretty good. Most
Okay.
of them cut well, so um, I'm pleased.
Melissa said she's making an ATC card. Yay,
Awesome.
Melissa.
But let me show you though. These here, like I said, this rose right here, even though it would be long for an ATC, if you snip this very bottom off of it, it would make a really cute ATC card.
Yes. Well, if
Because
you could snip it shorter, yeah, if it doesn't fit on the page,
let
yeah,
me
that would
show
be no
you.
big deal.
Let me show you what I'm talking about. Uh, any other time I'd have. There's one that's the size of an ATC. Okay, this is an ATC card that I made.
Right.
If you take that rose, it's just a little bit too long
Right. Uh-huh.
for it. So you just drop it down and you snip the very tip off of it, and that
Yeah.
would be real pretty in the center of an ATC card.
Yeah. That would be perfect. Yeah. No
So,
harm done in
and,
that.
and a
Yeah.
lot of the
I
stuff would
I
like
could do that. I could do
so
that.
the umbrella man. if you like the Umbrella Man, and a lot of people love that Umbrella Man. He's perfect size for an ATC.
Yeah, he would be.
The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse is perfect size for an ATC. And that's what I like about these little dies is I can use these little dies. And like I said, I can make, they are perfect for ATCs. So, and I can do a lot with them. I wish that my leaf and knob would have cut as nicely as they're supposed to, but they didn't. It didn't cut very well. Um,
Well, Deborah
I'm
Brown, you
hoping they'll
don't have
send
to
me one
do
that
my
does work
swap.
because
Okay, honey. We'll swap again some other time. No problem, Deborah. If you want to just swap me one card, I'll trade with you one on one. You might have time for one or a love note. I could take a love note from Deborah. You can send me a love note, and I'll send you an ACT back. I'll swap for a love note, a card.
but these would be real pretty on ATC cards, on
They really
gift
will.
cards, on thank you cards.
Uh
See,
huh.
I'm trying to teach myself. I may not put a regular card into a gift. Say uh, I send out some die cuts and everything. I may not put a regular card in them, but just something, say like a card, not maybe not an ATC, but a regular card size, but it's only half, and you flip it over and you can turn it over and say thank you for all that you've done, or I
Right.
appreciate you, or something, an appreciation card
Yeah.
and everything
Or just
like
thank you for, or just thanking of you.
thinking of you, that sort of thing. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, these past few days, just the ladies have been very kind and checking on me
I
and
think
everything,
they're kind of like, yeah, they are very protective of you.
and very everybody has been so kind and everything, and most of the time I haven't even known I was even in the world. I haven't felt good. I've been sleeping a lot. And so I felt better today. So I thought, well, I'm going to try to come in here and watch you today
Stay as long
uh,
as you can. That's fine. Yes, by
and
all means.
enjoy it. And I got to talk to Violet and
I saw her on
Mary
earlier today,
Lou.
but I
Mary
didn't.
Lou came in for a few minutes, but we were just fixing to leave then. And Nettie was there. Then we went to Becky's, and I didn't say much at Becky's. I just said hello and sat here and just watched mostly. I didn't do much of anything. I just did some die cuts, and I don't. I give me a minute so I can read this, Janet. I can't see it.
Sleep is a healer, Teresa. You must have needed it. That's true.
Yes, I had to have to needed it because I just tell you I did. I slept a lot. I would get up long enough to get something to drink or something to eat, take my medicine, and go back to bed. So my drink's empty. So anyway, I've got these done. I'm gonna stick these back in here because I'm gonna find me a pocket for them somewhere and pocket them. We'll put them in a like a, what do you call them pockets that we put ATCs in? Them baseball card pockets.
Yeah, baseball card holder.
Put them in some pockets like that so I can see what they look like and everything. And that way, whenever I get ready to cut one or somebody says,
Hey,
"Hey,
one of
you
those
got this."
photograph books that you would be good to put some of your dies in. Um, they flip the little photograph books.
No, they're not good at all for it. My
They're not.
dyes are too heavy for that sort of thing.
Oh,
Unfortunately, when you get so many dyes in, dyes are the main thing is this side of this dye is sharp,
oh yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it can
You're
cut
right.
through the
It would
paper.
cut, wouldn't it?
I mean, you're not gonna cut yourself doing, like this, but you can feel it. It's sharp,
Right.
and it
Well,
will cut through
and you
plastic.
could damage them. Yeah, they could get
Right.
damaged.
So, yeah, no, I tried that. I really did. I thought that too, but no, it just does not.
Okay.
It said no. It said no.
Oh, okay. No, no, no.
It said no, no.
Okay.
Anyway, but I do. One of these days, I'm gonna afford me some more of these boxes here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Give me a minute. Let me put this down out of the way, and I can set this up. And I know y'all have all seen these boxes before. I got mine at Walmart. I did not go to Michael's and pay
I've looked at
$42
them.
for it.
I've
I did not
eyeballed
go
them.
to Michael's and pay $42 for it. I paid $14 for mine at Walmart.
Oh, okay. That's what I want.
Okay.
I want the $14 one. So,
So I
did
paid
they have them in
$14 for
stock
my
in the
folder.
store? Did they have them in stock in the store?
Yes, they did. That's where I got this one. I got this one at the store. And
Okay.
they only had one though. I mean,
What
so
department?
crafts.
In crafts? Okay.
And see, that's what I want to do is I'm putting my dies. Can you see it? I'm
Yep.
putting my dies
Yep.
in them.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm doing them in a grouping like this one here. I'm going to put my lighthouse into this one because this one has like mermaids and seahorses and stuff in it.
See,
Um,
yeah, ocean, yeah.
stuff,
Okay. Well,
right?
you can still label them a little bit.
Yeah, and this one's a pocket. I don't know if y'all seen this pocket, but this is a
Oh,
cute pocket right here.
that's cute.
And this one here is words.
Oh, just words.
This
Wow.
one's just words. It's got things like here and now and smile and all that kind of stuff. This one here is hearts and lips and all that. It's a Valentine's Day thing. Uh,
Okay.
like I said, this one's weeds. You remember my weeds, right, Beck?
Weeds.
My weeds. You remember my weeds, right?
Yeah.
Um, but like I said, I've got a couple of them that are still empty that I'm fixing to put these in. That one's not empty, but that one's going to have some stuff in it. And I like the way it snaps shut right here. See? And you don't have to snap it shut. It snaps shut all by itself. So that's a good thing. Okay. And this is, and that's what I'll do is I'll take these right here. Oh no, why am I doing that? And I'll be putting several of them in to the same one, but it's gonna be like guys that I'll be putting in.
Yeah.
Like I'll be putting flowers in with flowers and umbrellas in with umbrellas,
Yeah. Plants. You can do plants.
Right.
I've got people, animals, and then the insects, I put them in with the animals because they're in the animal family, you know. Then I
Right.
have a drawer for my. These are just for my die cut, my ink die cut, ink stamps, my ink stamps.
Yeah, your stamps.
And I got one for words, and then I have one for Christmas and one for Halloween because I got a bunch of those. And yeah,
Right.
that works. And
And that's what I say. I'm working on different things. Um, I gotta find me a way to what do you call it? Label them.
okay, now what can I do to make this look like a cat?
Make it some whiskers.
How can I make it look
Make
more
it a
like a
nose.
cat?
Make it a nose. A little cute nose.
Huh?
Make it a little cute nose. You know, like a little pink nose.
Where's the photo books are? Where the photo books are? Yes, where the photo owl is. Oh, that's where those boxes
Mine,
are.
mine,
They're close to the photo place. Okay.
mine
Okay.
weren't. Mine weren't. Mine was in crafts.
And
It wasn't around photos. It was around the paints and stuff. It was
but
on
I
the
can,
bottom
but
of
they're good for photo pictures, and I can understand. I've seen them called
Yes,
photo boxes for sorting
they
your
are
photos.
called photo boxes, but
Yeah,
this
I
was a
have
craft.
seen
It
that,
wasn't
so
around
I can
photos.
look in both places.
Right. You look in both places. Mine, however, like I said, was
Oh, I'm sorry.
in
The
crafts.
hammering is upsetting to your dog. I'm sorry, Deanie. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about the construction. They'll be finished in a minute. I'm just sure of it. I know they're going to fix it real soon. You can turn it off for a little while and or put your earbuds in. I can watch with my earbuds in. Oh well. So anyway, this is where my dilemma is the tail. How about if I make the tail a little separate? So I'm going to make this the tail, and and this is where I can show you. Um, you can cut your felt, and it will not come apart. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the tail separate from the rest of the cat, and I'm just going to cut it down to about right there. And you see how it naturally fell apart from the base of the cat? That's going to be the new tail. And this is felted, and it's not going to fray or come apart or anything. That's called felting. And I am just going to go in over the back part of the kitty cat's backside now and tighten it up a little bit where I cut. And I think that makes it look more like a kitty cat. And then I could put a little red. I've got some red thread right here in my possessions. I do. A little red, a red, I could put a little bell on her. I got a tiny bell. I'm getting ready with my ACT cards for my AC for the trade. I've got plenty of ACT cards to pass around. So if you guys haven't got yours in the mail, you got a couple more days to get them in the mail to get them to me. Whatever you send me, I'll send you some back. And I did get some Happy Mail today, and I think it might have been, it's from Anne Lair from down in Melbourne. Um, she streams on Mary's Art Hops, and she sent me, I think she sent me some cards. Let's see what she sent me. Oh, she sent me some Happy Mail. Let's see what she sent me. Oh, she sent me a pocket. Now, you know, Brittany had a pocket like this the other day, and it was a Happy Meal pocket with some cute things in it. And looky, she put a little butterfly on there, and a bumblebee. There's a bumblebee underneath, and a postage stamp mark, and some little pictures. Oh, how cute! Oh, that is so cute. Oh, that's really cute. It's a little cluster. And then in the big pocket, there's a pocket on the back. She sent me some postage things. Oh, how cute. This is some of her postcards. This is some of the post stamps that she did. Teresa lost her camera for some reason, so she'll be back in a minute. It's a loaded pocket. Yes. So we'll have to make one for her tonight and send one back to her. You all can help me. I'm just going to go ahead and make me big and see if Teresa can come back in. So we'll see. Um, I'm sure she'll try to come back here in just a few minutes. We'll give her a few minutes to try to get back in. So anyway, I'm almost done with my kitty cat. So I'll finish my kitty cat, and then we can make her a loaded pocket. Look at the kitty cat tag, and she's got a little bulb safety pin on it. Isn't that cute? That goes in the back pocket, and then there's a middle pocket. Well, how cute is that? How cute is that? It's just a little folded, just folded paper, cut on the diagonal, made a pocket on the front and pocket on the back, and another cluster. It goes in this pocket. How cute. I've never had a loaded pocket before. This is my first. Woohoo! And this is a cluster of all kinds of goodies. There's paper, looks like a picture face. There's a coupon, $1,000 off. Wow, I want that. $1,000 off. See, look. Yeah, man. That was a good coupon. Some stamps, some writing paper, some tissue paper. And this looks like it might be parchment paper or stationery that's ripped. And it's got some cute things on it. A note. This is some, looks like foreign writing. Something in Arabic maybe, and a chair. She gave me a chair. Look at all this cute stuff. Cute cluster. That's a cluster that I could look at over and over again just to see the different types of paper in there. Some of it's fussy cutted out, some of it's torn, some of it's got stamps on it, scrap or cardstock. Cute, cute, cute. Well, there's a loaded pocket for you. Well, let's just see what we can do in the loaded pocket department. Thank you, Anne. She don't have her name on it, but I'm going to have to put her name on it. Because I'm going to keep it. She don't live too far from me. So thank you, Anne. Thank you so much. So we're going to leave this here so we won't forget. I'm going to try to finish my kitty cat. Is everybody else okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Because I don't see my chat working. Can you hear me? It might be me that's offline. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Because I lost signal with Teresa. So we'll see if she can come back. I'm watching for her to come back in the chat room. Okay. Loud and clear. So I think that distinguishes the kitty cat a little bit better. Okay. So I'm felting the kitty cat, and I can put a couple of little eyes on her. And I do have a little bell. I can put a little. I got some red thread to put a little bell around her neck. That would be cute. Now, where did those bells go? Where did the bells go? Bells, bells. There they are. There's a little red bell. We'll do it. Forgot I had those. Those are brads. They're like leaves. I might have to use that in the, that would be cute on our pocket letter. I'll get it out while I'm here. I can get some of them out and put them in my brad holder over here. Hi, Sana. Hi, honey. We've been thinking about you. I need to know, Sana, are you collecting recipes? Because I know a few people who could probably send you a recipe or two. Yeah, I'll do it right next. I've got some in mind that I'm going to make next week. I took a vacation from work next week. Woohoo! Yes, Brittany, please. You want to come on with me and read chat for me tonight, Brittany? Are you are you are you too cozy wherever you are? I don't know where my Teresa went. But I'm going to put this on Anne's pocket. Yep. I'm still working on cleaning my craft room. Okay. Just asking. It's open to anybody who wants to come in. I just thought for sure I'd have a couple more people that want to come in. Like Cheryl. She could craft with me. I know she just had her dinner. Now I'm trying to thread my needle with my thread, and I'm not having much luck. I'm going to try it one more time. And if I can't do it, I'm going to use my glue method. I have a little glue method. And you take your thread and you put a little dot of glue on your finger, just a little dot, and you take it and you roll the end of your thread and twist it into a point, like you're making a spear or something, a real pointy point. And you twist it, and the glue will dry in your fingers as you twist it. And that will give it enough stiffness. It'll give it a little bit of a stiffness so that when you push it through the hole in the bell, it might go through. Like on the first try. Like that. So I'm going to put this on the kitty cat. And I'm going to tie it on her. Tie it on her. Sorry about the noising, Cheryl. The workers are in the attic. I've got workers here fixing something in the attic. We've got a leak in the attic. We have a fan up there, and the fan had a little bit of a drip. So the drip is not something that you want dripping down on your ceiling in the house. So, yeah. So now I'm going to take my bell. Which side do we want? I don't think it matters. I'm going to cut my tie ties off there, trim them up even, and then I can take the bell and bring it around to the front of the kitty cat. And there it is. It rattles. So, yeah. So I'm just strengthening the area from where I did cut. I proved to you that you felt something and it's felted, and then when you cut it, it remains felted. So there's my little kitty cat ornament. And if the tail is weak and too thin for you and not stiff enough, then we can add a little bit more wool to it to give it some strength. But I think it's going to be okay. So there. So it looks like a kitty cat. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you love me. Twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Shall I knock? Shall I knock on the pipes? We might as well enjoy it. Well, if you can't beat them, join them, right? If you can't beat them, join them. That's what I say. Probably Joe's probably up there saying, "She's singing to them girls." He's probably shaking his head. Shaking his head. Sing to him, honey. I can talk to Joe. He's in the ceiling. So, anyway, what have I done today? Not much of anything. I played with Aunt Beck. That was fun. It's always fun to play with Aunt Beck. Okay, so there's my kitty. I think it's good. I do think that I could put in maybe 2 tiny eyes. Tiniest of tiny. I could put googly eyes on them. I got the tiniest googly eyes. Let me show them to you. I have to find them. They're real tiny. I got beads for the eyes. I can put beads on them. Come on, little eyeballs. I know you're in here. I think they're smaller than that. I think they're smaller than that. Of course, 2 little seed beads would be fine too. I need something like this. I need some help. See the poem above. Okay. Cheryl's in the poem mood again. Good. We haven't had any poems from Cheryl in the longest times. Can you believe every bit of that went into that tub? Every bit of that. Can you believe all that came out of that? That's what I want to know. It says, Jingle Kitty is his name. Jingle Jingle is as happy as can be made by Beth. Yes, indeed. I need the endings and then the next line so I can get the rhyme. Indeed. Or does it have to rhyme? Jingle Kitty is his name. Jingle Jingle is as happy as can be made. Made. Shade. I don't get it, but I see it. It's cute. Thank you. Can't sleep a wink in this chair. Oh, Teresa's back. Okay, Teresa. I was looking for something, Teresa. I was waiting on you to come back in. There she is. Sorry.
I've been back, Beth.
I know it. I've been busy looking for an eyeball.
That's all right. I've been playing. I've just been sitting in this back room just playing.
Okay.
I was helping you sing. I'm walking the floor over you. You know that song, right? You were singing "Not 3 times." I was singing I'm walking the floor over you."
Oh, there's one. I found one. This is the little eyes I was talking about. I'm gonna try those on the kitty.
Wiggly eyeball.
It's a googly eye.
Google.
Yeah, it's a googly eye.
That's been googling eyes.
And it's the tiniest one I've ever seen. And I'm sure that I have at least one more in here. Just one more is all I need. Finding a needle in a haystack. Like,
yes, one more.
Needle in a haystack.
Don't you? You sound like Jack Benny. Just one more time.
Just one more time.
Hey, he drug his words out.
He did.
I always like to listen to him. He was a trip.
You could tell him from the others.
Exactly. He was a trip. And I really liked listening to him. And I was just sitting here thinking, Beth sounds like Jack Benny.
Sounds like Morse code now. Can you make anything out of it?
Who did it?
Anybody know Morse code? Is anybody saying help? I can't get out. Help me out of here.
Help! I'm stuck in Beth's ceiling.
I'm in the attic. I'm held hostage in the attic.
Beth, are you hostage-izing people?
You can't come down until it's fixed.
Now I have that someplace. Now I don't know.
We just might have to have a one-eyed cat.
Poor kitty.
Oh, the last line above. Okay, that might help me. He was made with a needle, but no hammer was done. He will be shown to us forevermore. Do you want me to write it down, Teresa?
What do you want me to write down? Who are you talking to? Me or Cheryl?
I do have my little poetry book. Let me get it out. It's right up here. I'll write it down, Teresa.
No, that's Cheryl. Cheryl's the poet.
You read it, Teresa. Teresa, you read it and tell me what you think of Cheryl's poem. Maybe you can read it better than me.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
The last line is right up above us. But
Jingle Kitty is his name. Jingle, jingle, as happy as can be made by Beth. Yes, indeed. He was made with a needle. No harm was done. He will be shown to us forevermore. You don't have to have
a rhyme.
Poems don't always rhyme.
Okay.
Some of the best poetry is not rhymes. Some of the best poetry is not a rhyme.
All right.
Anybody need coffee?
I do.
You do? My honey made me a cup of coffee a while ago. while you have me
Oh,
in the back room. While you have me in the back room, I hung made me a cup of coffee. And I have lost my house dog. And I don't know where I have put him.
I know there's probably a dozen of those eyes in there, but here I found another one. Put that stuff away. Walk away from the confetti. Walk away. Back away slowly. Put the lid on tight. Okay, now there's his eyes.
Okay, now see, Artful Esther specially requested one of my cards.
Yeah.
So I sent her the one with the blue in it, the blue snowflake type things in it, flowers.
Right.
I sent that to her because she said she didn't want to. While she was swapping with you, she did not want to take a chance on not getting one because you wouldn't send it to her.
Okay, I will make sure that I will not send one to her now.
Right, do not send one to her because I did send her one.
Because they are going to be random. They are going to be
Yes,
random.
exactly. So she wanted one, so I went ahead and sent her one.
Oh, good.
We did a
Well,
one-on-one swap for her because she did specially request one. Now, see, I have to find the stuff to go in the center of my cards now because that's all I had. So I've got to
okay.
find some. Let's see. Well, there's my pokey tool. Now to find my non-pokey tool. I wanted two different colors in these because now I get them confused because they both look alike except for the end. And I keep hiding things from myself. Y'all do that? Do y'all hide things from you?
Does he hide things?
Do
He
y'all
hides.
hide
He
things
hides.
like
He tries to hide the donuts.
I kept this one
That
right
was
here.
cute. Yeah, you need to
Kept
keep
this
one in
one,
a sample
and I
book.
sent the
Yeah.
other. I sent the other one to Esther, but I got to find the stuff to go in the middle of my cards. I may have to pull it back and use the what do you
You
call
could
that?
use those roses. Those roses would look cute.
Yeah, but I don't have the transparent film.
Oh, you need more? That's why I was asking the other day. Do you need any clear transparent
Yes, I
film?
do.
Oh, well, okay. Hang
I
on
need
just a second.
transparent film.
One moment, please.
That's what I said. I used what I had in the two that I made. That's sad, right?
Oh, let me check something out. Yep, I think I've got a bunch.
I thought, well, one of these days I will find something that may
Okay.
replace it, but
Well, I think I can help you out.
you think so? That would
Yeah.
be so kind of you.
I got this
You can
whole
make,
box. This whole box of transparencies,
uh-huh.
and
You can make two cards out of one
I
sheet.
got them. I got them for $2. So I share, and it's a whole. It's like a whole box.
Oh
So
wow.
I've used some of them, but I can send some, and you can get several out of a page, right?
Two. You
Just
can only make
front back.
just
Yeah,
two.
four. Well,
Yeah.
maybe you can cut four this way and two this way. Maybe you can get.
Well, you can cut four out of a sheet,
You
but
might be
it's
able to
only
cut
two
six.
cards.
Yeah,
No, you can cut. You got a little bit left over, but
yeah,
it's not enough to make another card. Um, you can cut four pieces that fits into this card,
right.
Okay, you got to cut 4 cards this size.
Okay, well, I can show you how you can cut 6 cards out of this piece of transparency. I'll show
You
you. I'll
can,
draw
but
a picture.
it won't be big enough.
It'll be as big as the card.
Okay. Well, if you want to cut them for me, it takes 2 per.
She
It
wants
takes
me to cut
2.
'em. No, she wants
Are
me to
you
cut
listening
that.
to me? Well, since you're going to show me how, you might as well do it.
Okay. I am
Anyway,
done with the kitty. I am done
I'm
with the
just kidding.
kitty.
I don't mind cutting them. Uh,
I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I thought that
but
was
no matter
funny.
which way
That was like a little joke.
it was. It really was.
Nettie
I was
says,
just
"Help me
teasing
out."
with you.
Okay, 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 okay. Well,
But I
see,
tell you what I thought about.
here's
I
how you
thought
gonna
about,
do
and I'm being nice about this, okay?
it. Yep, I am too.
Making, what do y'all think?
Those are cute. Out of the cards,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Doing the transparency.
Well, maybe just one star in the middle. Well, I guess you
No,
could put them
no,
closer
the
together.
stars are not going to be in it.
Okay,
I'm
I love
talking
it.
about the card itself
In,
cutting. You
yeah,
see it's a jar.
yep, yep. I think that's
Taking
cool.
taking this little jar and cutting it out instead of it being a square, making it into a mason jar. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Okay, girls, hang
Hi,
on.
Candy.
Don't panic. Nobody panic.
Hi, Nettie. It was nice talking to you today.
Let's
Seeing
see.
you
Oh,
soon.
I need a playing card. This is a playing card.
Right. And I thought about cutting the center of the card out instead of it being square,
Yeah,
making it into a mason jar.
yeah. So, um, I've done this a couple of times, and I had. Oh, here it is. Um, I
Candy's here.
Hi Peggy.
Yes, we did, didn't we? We had fun, didn't we, Nettie?
When I have showed you guys how I've done ACT cards on one piece of paper, and this is a regular size piece of paper, copy paper. This is particular cardstock, it's thick, but it's the same size as this transparency. If you were to place this on top of the transparency, okay, so you do have a white edge on the transparency, okay? So you would have 3 that would go to the white edge. Now, I don't know if that would matter in your particular
It might
specimen.
because
This
you don't
might,
want the white
but I
edge to
could
show.
still give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards out of one sheet of transparency.
Okay, but remember, it's only 2 cards that you can make out of because you have to have 2 pieces per card.
Right, I understand that. But so there's 1, 2,
That's
1,
one card,
2, 2, 2
2
cards,
cards. Mhm.
3, 3, 3 cards, and then I got a half. So
That works.
I can get 3.5 out of one page. And depending on this edge,
I'm
if
sorry.
this edge was
If
actually,
it's not too wide, I can use it.
I might be able to take that edge off. Let me just check something out a minute here. It comes off.
Is it
Woohoo!
sticky?
It's like sticky tape. It's tapey, and it
Well, you
comes
might
off
want to put
quick.
that back so it won't
So,
stick to everything.
so now I can give you 5 cards out of one piece of transparency.
Oh, that's cool.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
My little piece of
10 cards.
transparency only made 2 cards, so
So will you think that'll be great? Okay, and these are
that would
exactly
be
the
fun.
size of a deck of card.
That would be
3.5
perfect.
by three and a half. I
It would
didn't
be.
skimp. I did not cheat or skimp on any of them.
It'd be perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll just get right on that tonight. Okay.
Now, if you want to send it to me, I can cut it myself.
Well, the thing of it is, I could
But you
probably.
said putting it in one envelope, you'd have to use a big one to do it. So what
Right.
I was figuring, you can cut it right down the center there and fit it to
Well,
the size of an
I've
envelope. I
got
can cut the
I've got
rest.
this size. I can do this size.
Okay.
So there's 5. I'm not going to count them. I am not going to count them. There's a bunch, but the white strip comes off.
Oh, that'll work. So then you might get
Okay.
more than 4 cards back. What do you think? You might get more than 4 cards back, so that way you can share with more people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's, okay, everybody. Hi, Tammy. Hi, everybody that's in the room.
Tammy. Yeah, it's
Alrighty.
supposed to be storming here. Starting tomorrow night, Cheryl. It's supposed to get bad here starting tomorrow night. Our storms are bad. See, that's what I was saying. Cut the mason jar out of the card
Yes, that'd be cute.
and then put the transparency where the mason jar is at.
Right.
What do you think? I
I
think
think
it'll be cute. I'm going to
I
try
think you
one
should try
anyway.
one and see what
I
you
am
think.
going to try one of them anyway.
Absolutely. I think you
Whether or
definitely
not
should.
I like it or not, it'll be a different story.
Well, you never know.
Exactly. And these are actually specialty cards. You can't get them anymore. They were only sold one time,
Oh,
and
really?
they were to raise money for muscular dystrophy.
Oh,
And
I
they had a
see.
set of gold cards and a set of silver ones. So,
Okay, now I've
um,
got to go back and look at.
is Brittany in here?
She was a minute ago. I'm looking for my little poem book. I've got a little. Ooh, this will look cute for my for my pocket for Anne. I found some stuff to put in Anne's pocket. Oh, look, I got another little thing here, and
She'd like money in her pocket.
it's like I can give her money. Hey,
That's right.
I
Put her
got
some money
money.
in her pocket. Exactly. Put her some money in her pocket.
I got money. Uh, I don't know where my other bookie is. I'm sure
Brittany,
it's not too far behind.
one of these two? The specialty cards.
Who,
These are,
me?
like I said, you can
Oh,
only get.
Brittany.
I'm talking to Brittany. These you could only get that one time, and they were specialty for muscular dystrophy.
What
They're
number? She needs one. What number is it?
this is a 10 of diamonds right here, but I'm gonna send her. It doesn't really matter what she sends me back, but I've got some specialty cards. The Matryoshka doll cards.
Yeah.
I've got a set of those, and I'm gonna send her some of those. And I have the gold and the silver in this one. So I thought if she wanted, different ones, because I'm not gonna send her all the same one card. I'm gonna send her like a joker and a couple of other cards
Okay,
and
Cheryl.
everything. I don't know what all you've already got, Brittany, but if you want to let me know
Hi,
what you would like for
Nancy.
me to send.
I'm seeing
And
people I haven't seen yet. Let's see here.
who stole your money, Nettie?
Let's see. I'm looking for the. Okay, there's the second part. She was made by a needle without any harm.
Well, if you have any extras, Brittany, you can take and send me just the extras that you don't need.
Um,
in place of the ones I'm sending you, because I still want to keep a
He
good
will
one
be
for
shown to us
so
forevermore.
this one here. I'm cutting up. I'm making the ATC cards for best swap out of them. Hey, Violet,
Treat is excited.
it's about time. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do with at least one of them, and I'm going to check and see how it does. And if I like it, I'll send it to you, Beth. If I don't, I ain't doing them. Beth, did you steal Nettie's money?
Did I steal her money? No, some little kid stole her money.
Some little kid that stole her money?
Yeah, yeah, she needs more money.
Oh.
Jingle Jingle is as happy as can be, made by Beth.
That's
It
okay, Viola. I
is
have not started dinner yet.
you. Okay, thank you, Cheryl. I got your poem down. I have a new poem book. My other one is up here. It's just not in my sight right this moment.
See, Viola,
Yeah.
I did cut my houses out, and they came out really cute.
Okay, I think I get everything that everybody wanted. These 5 clubs for sure. I might have 3, but definitely need the 5.
Okay, 5 o'clock for sure. Okay.
The ones that you gave me a list of the other night, you're getting those too. So if you get any extras, I'm sure there's other people collecting.
I'm using them like I'm showing you. I've been using this deck right here for cutting out ABCs. That's what I'm using mine for. And I thought, well, I was gonna see if Brittany wanted this because this is a collector's edition card. She might want one of each because I've got gold and silver cards in this. This is the silver.
Yeah, here's the little thief that Nettie's talking about.
Aw.
He stole
How
every bit
sweet.
of her money.
I got a 20 and a 5.
Yeah? Did she get more than you? I think he's laundering his money.
Uh-huh. She got more than I did. I
I
only
knew
got a
she was
20 and a
there.
5, but that's all right with me. That's why I said it's going to be hard for me to use that one. It's precious stuff.
I'm going to make a pocket next, and I'm going to make a quick pocket letter and a pocket loaded pocket, and then we're going to do the letter book.
Are
The
you
I'm
gonna are
sorry,
you
the
gonna
envelope. The
are
envelope
you
book.
gonna make the loaded envelope too?
Yep. I'm going to do it real quick. Um, I think I can do it pretty fast. Maybe. We'll see. I've got a
I
piece
like this
of
one.
um, braille
I like this
paper.
piece here. Did I show you this tag right here, Beth? Laura, the Jersey Crafter, made me this and sent it to me. I thought this was so
Oh,
neat. Look at this though. It's this tag, this tag, and a pocket tag. It's a pocket for the tags. Look at that. Is that not neat? And she used book paper. I love that, don't you?
that is beautiful. So anyway, I'm sure that there's 100 million ways to make a pocket letter. So uh, any way you want to do it is probably a okay. So I'm doing it next, and I'm
What are
looking
you
for
making, Mary Lou?
making a get my bone folder out,
Hold it good.
and then I gotta have some going this way, and some going this way. I'm making it up as I go. So this will be a pocket, and this will be a pocket, and this can be a pocket. Woohoo! Okay, there we go.
Wahoo Mountain Dew. Tickle your nose.
I'm making a loaded pocket. And then, let's see, it's going to be this way. No, it's going to be this way. Yeah, it's going to be this way.
It'll be somewhere.
So I'm going to cut here. To here. And I'm going to fold this one up here. And this one up here. I'm making it up as I go. You're folding it every which way to make pockets. And this is going to go inside, so this has got to be cut here. And this one's going to be cut here. Sorry about the noise, guys. I got some maintenance men up in the attic. It's all family, so I don't have to watch them. So here's this one. Let's see, which way does it go? It goes this way. No, it goes that way. No, it goes this way. So let's do it this way. I'm getting confused. You're confused. I'm confused. You're confused. Everybody's confused. If I'm confused, I know you guys are confused. So what I want to do is make a little pocket. And I made this to make a pocket here. And I can put a brad right there, and it'll be a pocket here and a pocket here and a pocket here and a pocket there. No, okay, so that'll work. And this will be a pocket. So I'll ink the edges that are going to be pockets. And I'm going to go ahead and put a brad in. And I'm going to use that cute little green brad that I found. And I've got a handy dandy pokey tool. I'm not so sure that this is going to work. That if we all hold our mouth right, we will get it. So if you guys hold your mouth right, I know we'll win. It's a win-win. And this goes in here. And Nettie gave me the cutest brad tool I've ever seen. So this makes a hole right there. It's got a point on it, a very sharp point. And I've already made the hole. And then this is what you use to open up the brad. And it's like a big shiny, slippery tool, and it goes in between the two little tabs that come apart.
That's so cool.
And it flattens everything down, like way down, really smooth. It goes to the max on the tightness
I'll be right back.
when you use this thing. And I thought I kind of snarled my nose up at it. Not anymore. It works. So if I hadn't put that on by hand and I didn't do that with the tool, I would have probably had half of the amount of the tabs showing on this side. So it works. It pushes it down real tight, and then you can smooth out each of those ears, and it really does work. Oh my God, it's so tight. It's so thin. It's cool. So anyway, this is going to be my little pocket for Anne, and we're going to get some things. We might get some cards. We could put some cards in here. And so we got this side, and I got some more paper here that we're going to use this side. And then we've got this side. It's just I don't know, I just kind of made it up. And I've got some more paper right here. We're going to do this one next. This is the envelope. The envelope book that we're going to make next. And I just happen to have lots of paper in this book that I can use. See what else we got. Just extra paper that's clean, ready to use, and it's a good place to store it. And I know where it is. And get some more paper. So let's see. Here's another piece of paper. So we'll load her up with some paper. And we're going to make this here in just one more second. And get some more paper in Anne's little book. I'm going to use decorative scissors. And I want to use the stamp ones. These are the stamp shape. So I'm going to cut some of these in half. And put them right here. And I can even put some right here. I don't know if this is a good pocket letter or not. I think I messed it up. I did. I messed it up. No, I got a pocket right. No, it's not a pocket. It goes to the other side, but I guess it could be a pocket. That one's not even cut. So I'm not real sure what I've done. I think we're going to have to start over on the pocket. Tammy says, Beth, I got my ATCs made up, putting them in the mail tomorrow. Good girl, Tammy. I didn't get a nap today either, Cheryl. Okay, I'm not going to throw this away, but I'm not going to use this. Okay, so we're going to make another. We're going to try round 2. So I wanted to use, oh, this is so cute. Somebody gave me these. Talk about craving. Isn't it cute? We'll put one in Anne's book. Somebody sent these to me. Love it. So anyway, the way she made her pocket is she has a fold right there. So there's a fold. And then she folded it back. For a side. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe she folded it this way. I'm making it up, guys. Beth, you can call my ATCs Catwoman. ATCs. My one-eyed crafting is unique. Oh, cattywampus cards. Gotcha, Cheryl. Okay. I'll be glad to call them cattywampus, honey. I'll be glad. Oh, bless her heart. So I'm going to cut this off right here. And I'm going to cut this off right here. And I'm going to cut a line. I'm trying. I really am. I'm just trying. I'm trying too hard. So here, this one's going to be folded this way. This one's going to be folded this way, and then this is going to be folded this way. So I got 3 pockets. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. And I'm going to put just the tiniest bit of glue.
Thank you, Brittany.
You ready? You're going to demo something? I'm done talking.
Oh, I did. Already did. Thank you.
Okay.
I was demoing while you were talking.
Okay.
Is that
So
okay?
I got the 3 pockets now. And I'm
Can
going
you
to use
see
my
it?
stapler.
I was showing how it came out on the card. The jar came out on the card.
Yeah.
See? And that's how it came out on the card.
Cool beans. I love that. And that's a tag right there.
Right.
So
There's
it's
a
like
tag right there. Look at that.
it's a dual purpose. And
You got a 2-in-1 here.
when you get your acetate clear pieces, you might be able to draw it with a permanent marker the the band around the neck of the jar, the screwing marks
Right.
with a
Well,
magic
I'm going
marker.
to try something else, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
I am going to try something else, though.
All right. So I've got a couple of pieces of papers here for Anne.
The machines aren't that bad, Brittany. It's because it costs a good bit of money to keep up with all the dies.
Yes.
That's why a lot of people will get the machine and decide they don't want it because they see the prices of the dies. But it's like I said, I got several dies in the mail, but I get them off a Wish, and it takes a couple of months to get them.
Right.
So make sure you do your investigating before you get into it because it does get expensive.
It can get pricey.
That does get pricey. Not can, but does. But
All right. I think I got it.
that is something you can use a lot, you know?
So here's her pocket.
Use them over and over again for different things. So it's like I said, like this right here, I'm going to make this one here. This is going to be one. And if it comes out good, then I may make another one or I may not. This may be a one of a kind type deal.
Uh-huh.
I've got these 2 things right here, which are jars, which can be because as you can see, this is an opening right here at the top of this jar.
Yeah.
This can be a tag if you want it to, and you can maybe do a recipe on the back. You can put white paper over it or whatever, and write a recipe down on the back of it, and it's actually cards, so it'll last. It just depends on what you want to do with them. It really does. All right, then I have this smaller jar that I am going to try doing these 2 with, and see how it comes out.
Okay. I've got Anne's pocket letter or pocket started, loaded pocket started. I'm going to make some stamps. I'm going to put some ink stamping on here, and then I'm going to cut them out to make them look like stamps and glue them on all the papers in here. And so that'll be cute. And I'm going to ink the edges of this. So this is ready to go and be finished up tomorrow. So I'm going to quit on that right now so I can go into our envelope book, which is why you're all here, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's why we're here. We don't come normally without something that you entice us like an envelope book.
You know, so I know you guys are just really, really are wish I would hurry up, right?
Yes.
Here we go.
Hurry.
So
Get on it.
I'm going to put this in the inner thing too. This will be cute.
Just kidding.
So I'm going to send her a little bit of happy mail back.
That's so sweet of you.
And that's the way I'm keeping up with my mail. When I receive something, I'm sending something out immediately. I'm not waiting till tomorrow because I forget. And that's just the way life is. So I do have some bits and bobs laying over here. So I'm going to hang on to my bits and bobs. And this one that I started, I might have to use it on something else. So I could put all my leftover bits in here and use them for something else, because that's the way we roll. That's the way we do it. We use everything for something else. So that'll work. Okay. So just clearing my desk off just a little. Putting everything away that I don't need. We did the kitty. We did the bread. The bread. And we'll save my stamp. And here we go. Now, your envelopes. It doesn't matter the size of your envelopes. It doesn't matter the color of your envelope. You can always alter the color of your envelope, and you can always alter the sizes of your envelopes. But the back two envelopes to make your folder, your backbone, is I'm using this size of an envelope, which is the biggest size that I have of all of these envelopes. Okay, I'm picking the two biggest ones. They don't really have to be, but I want my book to be bigger than the envelopes. Now, if it turned out to be like that, that wouldn't be bad on the front of a book, to have it like that. But there's no really right or wrong. Okay, so you just make your choice and go with that. And if it's not your favorite choice, then the next book that you make another choice, and that's the only way to do it, because none of it would be a mistake if it didn't turn out exactly the way you wanted it or exactly like mine. None of it is a mistake. They're all it's just the way you created it this time. So we're going to take these two envelopes right here and lay them flat down on the table, and that's where we're going to start. Sorry.
Hi, Mindy.
Um, so these are going to be my two backbone envelopes. I'm going to flip them up to where the flap opens. Okay. Now, what I'm going to tell you now, it doesn't have to be difficult, okay? But what you're going to do is you're going to insert one flap into the other envelope. And then you're going to close the two envelopes together, and this is basically your book. The two flaps are together. But there's a problem with this. If you look at the back of this book, it's not paper thin like that. It's wide. It's about a quarter of an inch, half inch wide. It's got some width. It's got a little. We want it to be wider here, so that the spine will open up and not rip. Okay, so we're going to make our spine wider than what is given to us. So we're actually going to pull it back out from each other approximately a quarter of an inch. You can measure it if you want. You can guesstimate it if you want. I guesstimate a lot. I guesstimate a lot. So between the two envelopes here is a half inch, right on the nose. It's a half inch there, and it is a half inch there. I pulled them out a little bit. Now, all we have to do now is flip this one over and put some glue onto this bottom one. And I'm literally gluing them together, but I'm not taking them apart. I'm not going to take them apart. I'm gluing this one together. I'm putting some glue on this one. Now, you can use a glue stick and all your glue will go down real flat and smooth, and you won't have any bumpities. Uh, so I'm going to use my glue stick right there, and I'm going to flip this envelope back over and rub it down. Now I've got the other flap inside of this envelope, and I'm going to gently pull it out. Now, if you have a pointy envelope, a pointy one, then you might want to, but you can pull it out. You can pull this out and you can flip it back in there. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this flap. And if you find another way that works, that's great. That would be great. So I'm opening up my envelope so as not to tear it, and I'm gluing that flap into the opposite envelope. And now I can take, and I'll have a new fold for my spine, and it won't be exactly where it was. I'm going to have a half of an inch. I'm going to have a half of an inch in between these two lines. So I can take and open this one up and fold it on this side, which is one envelope, flip it over and open this one up and fold it on this envelope. What I'm doing is I'm defining the spine in my envelope book. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but I have, this is the original crease for this envelope, and this is the original crease for this envelope. And the flaps are glued together, front and back. So when I add more to this book, I'm going to have a spine, half a quarter of an inch spine to play with for bulkiness. If you did not understand that, raise your hand.
I think that it doesn't matter, Mina, as long as you can glue it back together.
Yeah.
Um, from what I when I saw, you can just glue the flap down, no matter whether it's a flat end or not.
Mine's not exactly the same because if you look here, there's less lickage there than it is over here. It's a little off, but it's all right. It's all
Beth,
right.
the question was, Beth, do you recommend cutting pointy envelope flaps so they run straight?
No, I don't. I recommend you just gluing, using them for extra strength, and glue them down. Stick them out. Stick them out. Put some glue on it and use it. No muss, no fuss. So if I had this one here and I had the glue here, I still would lift it up, put the glue on this. I would still lift it up and and glue it down in there just like that. I still would do the same process. Okay. I can demo it again if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm using the two biggest envelopes for the front cover and the back cover of my envelope book. I literally laid down the flap open to this direction, and on the bottom I laid it open to that direction, and I glued them together in a sandwich. They're glued together. So if these were my two envelopes, if this was going to be my new book size, if I chose this one to be my book, my outside backs, then I would want to open one flap to that direction and one flap to this direction, and you put the other one inside of the other. And then uh, you're going to see that the envelopes, when they're exactly together, they fold together very nicely and very cute. And we're going to glue these flaps together now. This one inside of this pocket and this one on the outside of this envelope. But
Okay, before you go further, do you need to leave a small space in between the two envelopes so
right,
they close better?
right. So now that I've got them lined up, I'm going to make this spine about a quarter of an inch wide. And all I do is gently tug them apart till I get the width that I'm happy with. So if I get pulled them out that far and measured it, whether it's a quarter of an inch or a half inch, you just need some extra space in the spine. So here I pulled it out and I'm going to measure it, and it's exactly a half inch. And I go down here and it's almost exactly a half inch by adjusting it. So I'm going to hold this tight with my hand, tight with my hand, and I'm going to raise this envelope up and put some glue down here on this one while my hand is holding it tight. This is the way I do my napkin envelopes or napkins when I glue them down in a page. So now I'm going to glue this side down.
It is cool, isn't it, Violet?
And then on this side, I'm going to take it out of the pocket. I'm going to hold this hand tight so it doesn't come apart. And now I'm going to put glue on the back of this flap. And I'm gluing these envelopes together. And so I will raise this up and put my flap inside and rub again. So then when I fold this envelope back on its natural crease, that's the back side. And when I fold this one back on its natural crease, and this is the front side, I will have, and it's a little wonky, it's off. I'm not being, there's no police involved here. So now I have the back is right here and the front is right here. Can you see that? That's where I folded, that's where the natural folds are. And when you hold your book together now, you're going to have a spine that is a half inch wide. And because it's bulky, because this is bulky. You see, you want that extra space. If you keep it flat and not put that space in there, then you wouldn't be able to put a whole lot in your envelopes. Okay, if that's the way you want it, you can do that. If you're only going to keep a few things in here and a few things in here and that was it, then you wouldn't have to do that's fine. But we're putting it there because we want to put more stuff in our things, right? We want more. We want more. Okay, so that's the first step, and that's probably the hardest to understand, but it does make sense, right? If somebody doesn't understand this, let me know. Right now, I'll be glad to help you out and show you again if I have to. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to move on for everybody else. So I did 2 of these. Okay, so I guess I'm making 2 books, huh? But anyway,
One's for me.
one to make one and make one for yourself and one for your friend and give it away. There you go. That's what they
Right.
tell us. That's what they always tell us to do is
That's
make an
right.
extra
Everybody
for your friend.
make two so I can have one of them.
Yep.
I'll be your
Okay.
friend.
So anyway, so here's the front and here's the back, and we got a pocket here and here, and we're going to use those pockets. Okay. So let's go back to our envelope pile here, and it doesn't matter which ones you pick now. They're dime. They're a, you it doesn't really matter. This one is the shortest one that I have. I was thinking I had a shorter one, but that's okay. It'll be all right if it is. So this envelope here, I'm going to put it on the back cover. Okay, so remember, don't forget the spine. You don't want to glue on the spine. So I'm going to glue this onto the back spine, and I'm drawing lines so that you will see what I see. You don't have to draw these lines, okay? These are invisible lines that I want you to know that are there. This is like an invisible line, but this is the original crease of the envelopes, okay? And then this part here is your spine, and you will never glue anything on it anymore unless you put something there for strength, okay? Like a ribbon or something that was going to be there for strength, okay? But we're not going to glue envelopes onto this. This
That
is
would be pretty though, and a ribbon
this
down
is
there.
the saved area, okay? That's saved area. So this envelope here, I'm going to put on the back of the back, and I'm going to glue it down. And again, I can glue it down real close, or I can leave a little space right here. And I'm just going to pull it up just a hair so that you can see the line. Okay, I'm not covering the line, you can see the line. And now I'm going to take my glue stick and glue this down.
Even though it's too long, couldn't you
I'm gonna
just
cut.
fold it over and
I'm
make
gonna
a?
cut it off.
Couldn't you
I'm
just
gonna,
make a pocket?
I'm gonna cut it off. So,
Oh,
so anyway, this one had a sticky thing on it. So I'm going to take it off to put some glue on here, and so that's this envelope, and I'm going to put it on, not on the spine part, but on the back part of the envelope. So this is that part, and I've got that on there, okay, and then this will flip down, and then it's not going to affect the spine. This is going to flip closed. It's not going to affect the spine, okay? And then this part here, we're going to trim it off. We can use decorative scissors. We can just get the job done and whack her off. We're going to whack her off. Let's
whack,
just
whack.
we'll just cut it off like that. Okay, so just a trim, and don't know if we have any use for this. There might be, if we'll see. We'll worry about that later. But
If you got
anyway,
a die cutting machine, it
this
could be
is a
used for a lot
pocket.
of things.
Yeah, this is a pocket right here. Okay.
If you got a die cut
Now
machine, you can.
on this one here, the next one, I like to get a big envelope, um, or the next size envelope, and then I like to get a smaller envelope. I got two envelopes, and one is bigger than the other, or they could be the same size. It didn't matter. Really, it doesn't really matter as long as they're all smaller than the ones you started out with. So this one here, this envelope here is going to get glued down to this side. Okay, so I'm going to fold it tight. I'm going to draw a line. Well, that wasn't a very good. There, here we go.
Beth, honey, I gotta go start dinner, okay? And I'll be right
Okay,
back. Okay,
okay,
I'll be right
sweetie.
back. All I gotta do is throw it in the pot.
I'm going to pull it out just a hair. And I'm going to glue this down. Okay. So all we're doing is gluing the flaps on to the base, to the front book and the back book. We're just gluing the envelopes onto them now. And so this one will flip up, this one will flip closed. And I leave just a tad of a seam here, just a tad, just so that it doesn't close too tight. And then on this one, I'm going to piggyback it and put another one out here on it. So this will be the line, and I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to glue this onto this now. I pulled it out just barely enough to glue it. So we'll add some more glue, pull off the sticky tab, and we're going to put this one on the outside of this one, and just barely pull it out from that folding line. so that when it folds, it'll fold flat, and then it'll fold flat again, and this will fold on top of it. So do you see how I'm piggybacking everything now? Does it make sense? Yeah, if you need to, you can snip a little bit. But as you can see, because we pulled this off a little bit, it's gonna be fine. It will be fine. And then on this one, you may get creative and decide to put an envelope over here on this one like this. You might put this one onto here. So I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to put my fold right there where this one folds. It's a flip up, flip out, flip book. So I'm going to draw my line. This is my fold, my natural fold. This is my natural fold right there. So I'm going to pull it out just enough so you can barely see it, and I'm going to glue it down like that. Just barely see that line. So now I'm going to glue it down, and then when this one sticks up, we'll see if it's going to be a nuisance or not. It may not be a nuisance. So, so here's this one. This is a flip up, and it's going to go right there along that line, not to hide the line, just barely see the line. Now you can decide whether or not you want to keep that there. Keep that there. You got a tuck spot in here. You got a tuck spot in here. Close that. Close that. And it has to be above those little lines. And you got to bone fold it down sometimes. So, who needs any more directions? You just go with the flow. I mean, it just continues. You can flip out, you can flip up again on this one if you wanted to. Flip down, flip out, flip out, flip in, flip in. You get the you see the pattern? You're going to do it on both tops and both bottoms and both sides. And it's all of the tabs. These tabs are what you're gluing onto the piggybacking. And then if you want another one inside here, you can take your envelope, put some glue on it, and stick it inside this envelope. Now we want to stick it in as far as this fold is, not on the spine, but on the front part of the spine. So this is going to be on the front part of the card. So we're going to put this in right over here. So if you got any extra glue right there, you got to cover it up. Like I didn't need to glue all of that. This tape will come off when it dries. So anyway, there's a flip in, flip out. It's an inner outer, outer inner. It's an inner outer. So anyway, there's all kinds of ways to flip. Yes, I can, Cheryl. And I'm going to go get me something to drink. I'm parched. I'm parched. Let me do it again. Get something to drink. girls. My girls are being so good. They're being so good. Okay. So we're stacking envelopes on top of each other, and we've got I chose the two biggest ones for the covers, the out covers. Yes, you can use all size envelopes, and if they're too long, you can trim them off. And then this one here, I could have put it up here and trimmed it off, or I put it on long ways and not trim it off. So, that was a choice to trim or not to trim. And these would be very cute if you inked them. They would be very cute if you put washi tape on the edges of them. If you had a theme going, you can use the same color washi tape on all of it, and it would really make it pop. And you can put napkins on them. This is a violet napkin, Violet. See my violets? And you can put images on there, bows, and you could put a ribbon around the back of it to make a tie. So you can do it like a junk journal, and do ephemera things to it. Stamp, stickers, ribbon, napkin, all kinds of goodies in here. So the sky is the limit. You can put some tabs on them, If you want to label what's inside of them, you can put a tab on them somehow. Be cute. It's just whatever goes. If you do a theme on them, and of course all of the paper in here is clean paper. I got clean paper, and I got one birthday card in here. And I've had some other cards in there, but I've used them this week. But anyway, this one flips out and flips. It's a double flip. This one flips up, and this one flips out. So if I had put it the other way, I would have had to cut it off. And this is just a regular small bill size envelope. And I put it on backwards so that the pocket is showing on this side, not the other side. So that was different. I don't know why I did it that way. I just did it. Doesn't matter. And then I've got another. This one here is a double. It's like a little bookie. There's two here. One goes in this way, and one goes in this way. And I punched a hole so you could see what's in here. I put a thumb hole, a ticket thumb hole there. And then this envelope here, it opens from the center. And then I still have the base of the front of the card, of the book here, with stuff in it. So you can see the depth that's all in here.
That's nice. I like that.
So it's just fun. It's flippy. It's a flippy.
It is. It's a cute flip.
And in this book, so I had a bunch of clean paper up here, and I put it all in this book, and I thought, good place to put it, because now I know what's in this book, and this could be used on my desk so that I can use the paper in it. If you have a flow book, you can take your flow book paper and use your flow book paper in here.
Oh boy, now Violet's gonna be making these.
and they are cute. They're cute for little kids because they can find and put stuff in every single pocket. You could put stickers in every pocket, and then they get to look in all the pockets and look for their stickers. And then they could put the stickers on the front of their cards. And I mean, you just go on and on and on. And it's pretty durable. I mean, it is paper, but envelopes are pretty sturdy, a lot sturdier than just regular paper. But if you have a flow book, or if you have any other kind of papers in your room, whether they're book pages, stationery, graphic, children's book paper, construction paper, typing paper, text paper, painting papers, all of that. You could put pieces of those type of papers in this book as well. So it's an envelope book, and you can. I do recommend putting a little bit bigger of a ribbon than this one, although I have not had a problem with this ribbon, but it to me is a little bit too small. But it does work, and it works for me, and I don't mind. But I have fumbled a little bit using that little ribbon. I should have used about a half-inch ribbon, but and I glued it all on the back side, and I glued my napkin on top of it, or you could glue a piece of paper on top of it so that it doesn't rip off of your book. But so far it's fine. I glued it down, first. So then, so let me put that over here for a minute. So the book that we started, we've got one side done. We've got this one to flip up, this one to flip out, and we can continue to flip out if you want to with another envelope if you want to. I think two is done. Two's enough. And this has got two. And if you have smaller envelopes, you can put your smaller envelopes doing it too. Let's see if I have any more stamp
So
envelopes
that kind of journal right there, that little flippy journal, will be perfect for die cuts.
for your die cuts.
Hmm Make several die cuts and put in each pocket. And when you get ready for a die cut, there it is.
There it is. And you can maybe trace the front of it on top of it on the outside,
Just glue one down to it.
or glue a die down. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Just glue a die cut down to it. And show
yeah.
what's
But you can do other things with your. Here it is. Like if you make little tiny envelopes like this to put stamps in, you can glue it on the inside of your, like on the inside of here, and you can glue it there. Anywhere you wanted to glue it, you could glue it.
Ooh, Violet. There you go,
And
Violet. Right there. There's your little envelope.
I'm not going to use that piece because I've got a butterfly on it, but you can make more things to put in it, and then you have a place for your stationery, or maybe you got a whole bunch of pads, different sayings. You can put them in there. And let me do another one for you, just to show
That
you
could
what's
just
going on.
go on forever, couldn't it?
It can.
It could just keep going and going and going. You can make 3 or 4 flip ups off of one flip up.
So again, now you know why you need this little spine, because if you put 2, 4, 6 envelopes on this side and 6 envelopes on this side, you're going to need that half-inch to hold that bulk, because when you put things in the envelopes, it's going to take space as well. And so you can do it. You can do it. Now, if you want to take this envelope here and and um, and glue it shut like that, and then take your scissors.
Mindy, are you talking about the top of it where she started the top of the envelope?
Okay, okay. So on this envelope here, I'm just playing around, okay? But this envelope here, I cut, I glued it shut, and I opened the end, and now I've got a punch to make a half round. You can use a flower punch or a circle punch will work. And I go in about halfway.
Mindy said, how did you start the second step?
Okay.
Son came in and I had to scan something, so I had to get up and I missed it.
Okay. So I meant to do the one level, but anyway, there's two
Says
there.
you missed it all.
I'll show it to you.
The
I'll,
second
I'll
step
do it
of
again.
it.
But this one here, I cut the end out. So here is the opening to this one. And I'm going to, instead of gluing it, I'm going to use washi tape. And it's kind of like a tip in on one of your art pages. You put some glue down on this side,
Oh, wow, Violet.
and then you
Violet says,
fold
I
it.
have a bunch of old CD sleeves, the kind you can see through, and
Yes,
they are going into an envelope journal now. Woohoo!
great, perfect, perfect. You can make a little book, a little book. Exactly. So
Cheryl said,
this one's in as a flip down, and it's got an opening in this direction. And I was trying to get it one of these under the thing so that you could get
Can't
underneath
wait
it
to see that, Violet.
like a thumb thing. So
Wouldn't you
I'll
need a
make this
flap
up.
on that, Beth, so nothing would fall out of the pocket?
Well, whatever you put in this pocket, um, now I can get into it. Okay.
Right.
Whatever you want to put in, if you think it's going to fall out, then you won't want to put that item in this pocket. But if you have just some papers, the papers will fit in here fine, and the papers are not going to fall. If you have it laying down on your table, it's not going to fall out. So it depends on what you want to put in it. And if you got something that's going to fall out of it, then you might want to put a clasp on it or put a little piece of fabric or make something up. Yes,
Oh, no,
you can. You can.
I done
None of
told you
these
my
are locked.
mind's not working.
None of these are latched down or anything. They're just folded in on each other. Now the top one I did, I put an envelope on this direction. I put the envelope on like this, and I had all of this left over. So when I glued it down, it was sticking out, right? So I had to cut it off, and I gave it a little haircut. So when I glued this one down, I lay it down, and I'm not putting it directly on the line, on the folding line. I'm putting it on a hair below it. So whatever I have in here won't will have room in the fold in the envelope. So I see how that I've got that squished around a little bit.
Yeah, you got
So,
about an eighth of an inch left over there,
and this
right?
part over here will be cut off.
You got about an eighth of an inch left over right there, right?
This is just a scooch, and then this here is going to be cut off because it will. Or you can fold it back. You can fold it back if you want to for
I was
look.
thinking it would make a good little tuck spot.
Well, if you can figure out how to do it, do it. There's
Fold
no
it from
right
the
or
inside.
wrong. I have to cut this if I want to be able to flip it up. It has to
Right.
be cut.
If you cut the flap, then you can flip the other side into it, right? Just cut the flap part off right there, the flap part.
Well, you're going to have the envelope.
Right. No, I'm just saying if you didn't cut it all the way off, you could just cut the flap and make a tuck
with
spot.
with your book, you can do anything you want.
Right.
Your book, you can do anything you want. There is no right or wrong with your book. If you want to turn
Yeah,
that
that's
in
what
and glue that down right there, that's fine. And if you want to try to make a tuck spot, that's great. That's great. If I did, I would leave this here and glue that down for strength.
right. I'd leave that for strength.
Uh, because I don't mind, having things glued in. So if you want to fix this, if you want to put a flag on it, uh, to decorate it or something, a, a paper clip on it if you want to do that. You can do that. There's just so many things that you can make up and do. There is there is tons of things to do, literally tons. And there's more than one way to fold an envelope. And this one flips up, and you might have to do a little wedgie on that right there to get it to lay down. So if I trim this in just a little bit, I I wedged it, it's going to fold better. It's common sense. So you all can figure out how you want to do it, how many, which way you want to flip it. Be creative. Do whatever you want to do with your envelopes. And see, I've got one on the inside now. I've got one up here. And I need one over here on this side. For some reason the pastel colors are catching my eyes. So I'm going to continue with the pastel colors. And I'm going to go with a pink one over here. And this is the line. That's the folding line, okay?
And you know what? If you have a envelope scoreboard, or if you don't, you can make your own envelopes for this.
Absolutely. You can use homemade envelopes,
Right.
magazine envelopes. I pull that out just a scooch, just a little scooch, so that when it folds, it'll have plenty of room to fold with items in the pocket. I'm going to put another envelope on the other side, on the back side of it. And you're going to do the same thing over and over and over. They're just envelopes. And if you've gone to the secondhand store, you know that sometimes you can really find a lot of envelopes. You can find bags of just envelopes. I can at my stores.
Yeah,
And I used to buy all the envelopes for my mom because she always used her envelopes, and she would remake. She would take a used card and recut it and cut the words out, everything but the names, of course, or the handwriting, and she would make a new card, and then she'd have new envelopes to put it in, and she'd give them away as gifts. And then my church, they would take the card, and there was a card group of girls, and they would make cards and resell them for 50 cents for the church, and they would make money for the church bazaar. So anyway, there's two out here, and you can do another one if you want. If you had some other little tinier envelopes, you can go up, flip out and flip up. So let's get another color. Let's get a yellow. So it's just you just keep going and going and going. It's just like that rabbit. How's that rabbit go? How does that rabbit go?
He bangs on his little drum too much. I don't talk about him.
He's a rabbit. Bangs his own beat. He's got his own beat.
He's an energizer rabbit.
Yeah, he is. So anyway, on this one, I'm going to just cut this off. And then on this envelope, we can use it and make up a tuck spot. Like I think Teresa was wanting to try to do a tuck spot. So this one goes down, this one goes in, and then it goes in again. And then this one goes out, and this one goes out, and this one flips over, and this one flips up, this one flips up, this one flips down, and I could put this little tuck spot right here, and I can glue it down for another tuck spot. So you could make up everything. You can make up everything as you go. Just make it all up. Make it all up. Make up some new ideas. What did I
Cheryl
do?
says, show us about the little envelopes.
The little envelopes. Okay. If uh, you want to see me put a little envelope in. Um,
Hi, Susan.
okay. Let's see what we got here. Need some more paper.
Cheryl, what do you want to see about the little envelopes? Just to watch her put it in or to watch her make one?
You want me to make a little envelope? Hi, Kathy. Hi, Susan. See, this is my other book, and I'm already in it. You see how I just got in it? Got some paper out, and boom, I'm ready. Okay, this is a little envelope that I made, and all I did was glue a butterfly on the front of it. And but it's just a piece of square. So what you do is you you I don't know how you do it. I usually make my envelopes by pulling in two opposite corners. It's a perfectly square piece of paper. So you're going to take these 2 points and you're going to just barely overlap them. And I don't really measure. I don't measure. So all I want to do is put a little bit of glue on the inside of that tip and put that little tip on top of it. Okay. These are cattywampus envelopes. Okay. This is how I make my cattywampus envelopes. You all can understand that. So as you can see, it's not perfectly square. I didn't fold it perfectly right, but it's okay. It won't hurt anything. So from here, so you see we see where I got it overlapping right here is the overlap right there. And then you have a point here. And then over here, it would be, this point should be about right there. Okay, if you were to draw a straight line. So the bottom of your envelope is going to be about there. And you're going to fold this piece up. And it's going to be cattywampus. It's not going to be perfect. But it's perfectly the way I made it. Okay. Yep. So now I just need to glue that down. Now, if you're good at this, then you can do it without being cattywampus like me. So now, if you look at this, it kind of looks like an envelope, doesn't it? So all I have to do now is a flap for the back. So I usually just put the point down to the bottom and I fold it in half and it's kind of straight. And you open it up and there's your envelope right here. There's your envelope. So I like to take and fix my edges so that I don't have that little thing in the way. And I usually try to find a better cut pair of scissors is what I usually try to do. So I'm going to cut this little corner off.
Okay, Cheryl, everybody needs a cattywampus journal.
Like that.
I think everybody needs at least one cattywampus journal, don't you?
It's the cattywampus. I'm cattywampus. Now, if you take your time, you can do this and you can be more exact, okay? And you can really make your corners be straighter. And I did this I did this in a slapstick way. I slapped it together just to show you how to do it. But your envelopes are pretty, they're square, they're already perfect, right? So you could do a better job than me on your book, okay? So here I just made a little envelope just like that. So you have this little envelope that you can take and you can glue it down in your book. And I'll show you how I'm going to glue this one down. I'm going to glue this one down kind of backwards. Yeah, I am. I'm going to glue this envelope right here. So the only part I'm going to glue down is the flap. It's just the flap. So I'm going to close my envelope and lay it in the middle of this page just because I want to. And I'm rubbing it down. So if you lift this one up, there's your pocket. Okay, and you could put some stamps or something in there, stickers.
Cheryl says, show us how to put the little envelopes in from the beginning, please.
Okay. There's no right or wrong when you do your book. The main thing is the front and the back cover. Okay, you've got the front and the back cover. So if you want to put a little envelope up here to flip up, you need an envelope that size, or you can take another envelope and cut it down to size. There's more than one way to do this. So if you need an envelope only this wide, only that wide, okay, then you can pin uh, an envelope to it. This is the back of your cover. This is the front of your cover. This is the front of your book. This is the back of your book. So what I'm going to do here is just draw a line because this is how wide I want my envelope to be. Unless you have an envelope that size. Okay, you can use an envelope that size. There are other envelopes in the world that come smaller. But I'm just going to cut this one in half, or not quite in half, and I'm going to cut it on the line because I want my envelope to be attached to my book like this. It's going to be glued down like this, and it's going to flop down to the inside of my book. This is how I'm going to glue my envelope down. So I need to find where that fold is. I can see the fold, but I want you to see it. So I'm drawing a line on the fold just for you. Now, when you fold this in, it looks like it's perfect, okay? Sorry about that. They're working in my attic. But the thing of it is if you put a bunch of papers in here and a bunch of papers in there, you're going to have a bulky envelope and it won't really shut flat. So you need a little space. So I'm asking you to take your fingers and look at that line and pull it out just enough, just a scooch, just a centimeter or so. You can see the line now. Okay, that's where you want to glue it at. You don't want to glue it too tight. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down on this side and rub this side down. So when I have papers in this folder, when I have papers in here and I have papers in here, I'm going to have this spine is going to be wide enough for the papers. So I can fold it down and it's up a little bit from the very top, and that's perfectly fine. So now I want to glue this side down. So I have to go over here and glue this side down. And you can figure out how to glue it down. Now, because I cut this envelope, I've got a psychedelic line going on here. I got a deco stained glass window looking here. So you can continue with that, or you can cover all of this up with a piece of napkin when you're done. Okay, you can paint it, you can color it, cover it, you can use scrapbook paper, you can do all kinds of things. Do you remember the exploding boxes that Aunt Beck made a year or so ago? Those little boxes that she made. Every side of those boxes had a piece of paper and then another piece of paper on the inside of it so that there was always like a frame inside a frame. Well, that's what you can do with your scrapbooking paper. If you were to measure out with your if you were into that, okay, I I can do it, but I'm not real good at it. So I would estimate that I would need a piece of paper, a 4 1/4 this way, and a 4 1/4 this way. A square piece of paper, 4 1/4. Use my I've got a one of those bead boards that measure that out. Cut a piece of scrapbooking paper and it would fit right there, you know. But I wouldn't glue this part down. I just glue this part onto the paper. And then I might cut a little circle out for a hole. You know, there's lots of ways you can decorate it. Okay, sweetie, I understand. Okay, Deborah, thank you for holding out this long. But it's not hard, guys. You don't have to make this hard. This is easy. So this is a flip up. And if you use the same size of a card, then like this one here, this might be the same size over here. I could put this up as a flip up, and I can use this as a tuck spot, or I could put it down here on this side and use it to tuck in this side. Because I'll have all of this, and then I could put this down, and I would have another tuck
Hi,
spot for
Deborah.
things in here. So you can use these little bits and pieces.
You could take those little bits and pieces and say, put them together like you do with the envelopes and make them one big piece. Make freaking paper.
There's tons of things you can do with with all of this stuff.
You could
Tons.
use it like franken paper and make a whole nother envelope, another small envelope with it.
That's right. That's right.
Have
Sorry,
an
guys.
envelope of all
They're
colors.
working in the balcony. I mean, in the attic. the, they're throwing a lot of popcorn around up there. I'm gonna have to get after them.
We hear them doing clogging dances
So this is
We
just
thought they might have took your horse with them up there.
this is the leftover from this part, and I can glue this one down here. So there's a little flip out. So anything will go. So, and then here on this piece, if you want to do one that goes out again, then you can take another envelope, and you're going to measure it out the same size as the pink one. So you put a paper clip on it. I'm sorry, guys, they got to do it. Okay, so I want to cut this envelope off. And I'm going to put it on here just the same way. And I have two envelopes. So I will glue this one on. And I'm just going to remember not to glue it too tight or too close to this fold. I want to make sure I go in, just pull it out, just a scooch. And I don't know whether that's a term or not. We're going to make it a term, a scooch. I scooted it out just a little bit. So this will flip down and this will flip down. Two pockets.
I know skosh is a word.
Huh?
Skosh, just a skosh. I know that's a little word.
Skosh.
A skosh. That's a cooking term, though.
And so, anybody else have any questions?
Ah,
So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of paper for you. I've got my beadboard right here, and it was 4 1/4 by 4 1/4.
that's not a beadboard.
What is this called?
Scoreboard.
Scoreboard. Thank you.
A beadboard's what you bead with, Beth. You're getting your
Well,
beads confused.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
Beth's beading in her head.
Let's find something cutesy.
I thought that might have been what you were talking about, but I didn't want to say anything
Um,
until I saw it.
oh, I could use a piece of matte paper. Ooh, that would even be
You
cute.
it for a beadboard. Lay
Joe,
your beads out in it.
Joe got me a new map book.
A new old one.
It's last year's.
New old one. Wish I could find some of my husband's. He had them all the way back from the 80s. It would be interesting to play with.
Yeah. And I tell you what else I want to make is a blizzard book. I want to teach y'all how to do a blizzard book again. And
Oh, those, I love those.
and they're fun and easy to make too. And I just need my bone folder. So
You trying to cut it?
it cuts it if you hold your mouth right.
You don't have to hold your mouth right. I can cut it without doing that.
Exactly at 4 1/4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I don't have to hold my mouth right. I can cut the paper with them things easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to cut paper with them.
It is, especially this thin paper.
But you know what I like about it? If you look at it, it looks like it's torn paper instead of cut.
Uh huh.
It's got that raggedy edge, and that's what I like about it.
Okay, we got raggedy edges there.
Now, ink it.
That's it. And this was the best. This was my best ever buy at the secondhand store.
That is a great deal on that.
They did not know what it was.
That's Martha Stewart too, isn't it?
They did not know what it was, or they would have slapped it on there.
Do you have the envelope maker on the back, Beth?
Pardon?
Does it have the envelope maker on the back?
No, not that I know of.
Look at the back of it. See, see
It's
that
like
little,
this,
see that
you
little.
know.
That's where the envelope maker went.
Okay. Well, I've got it up here. It's up here at my desk.
Okay, that's an envelope maker.
Okay. Well, I'll have to try check it out. So
You need
anyway,
to check
what I
that
was
out.
talking about, if you had some pretty scrapbooking paper or map paper, you could glue this down.
They definitely did not know what that was to sell it for that price.
I know. Yep.
Because I got
But
mine.
you know,
They
it
don't
makes
make
me
those anymore.
the girls at the desk. Some of the girls are really mean,
Yeah.
and I have gone up there before to the checkout, and she says, well, that's mispriced. That should have been this much, and she charged me. It was like $1 more, and I didn't say anything about it. But I kind of got mad because it's really kind of illegal for them to change the price after you're at the desk.
Right. It
It's
is.
And so, but then another time I went in there, the same lady, she's mean, I'm telling you. And I was over in the book section, and there was a little tiny box of bookmarkers, and there were all kinds of reading book, reading book markers, and there was like 100 of them there, and it says free. you know. So I took and looked through the bookmarkers, and I picked out about 10 of them. And I mean, there was like 50 of them there. I'm not kidding. And so I took some. And when I went to check out, and she says, "Well, did you get these out of the bookmarker?" And I said, "Yeah, I got them out of the bookmarker. They're free." And she goes, "Well, just for one?" And I said, "What do you mean just for one? It says free. It didn't say one per person. It just said free." And
Tell her
and
to label it properly
and I
then.
sort of held my ground to her, and I said, "Well, you can't change things at the cash register like this. It's illegal." And she gave them to me because they were just stupid bookmarkers. But my gosh, what pettiness! Do people live like that? How do people live like that? How do they survive? It just blows my mind. Blows my mind.
Hi, Becky.
Hi, everybody in the chat room. Teresa, you ready to come back on?
I'm just sitting here watching you and talking.
Well, you can read the chat for me. Anybody else have another question about the envelope books? You want to see it again?
Well, Becky says, that looks great. I'm making my envelope book too.
Okay. So I'll show you how I put a piece of ribbon on the back. I've got some scrap ribbon here in my bits and bob jar. And see, this purple looks pretty cool to me. It's not long enough. Okay, let me try another piece. Something else. How about this one? That's much better.
Yeah, I got me a really neat stapler today. It's a stapleless stapler.
Sorry about the noise, guys.
You know what?
Teresa Church, Becky. Becky, it's Teresa Church. She's my guest. They were watching me make this book, and I'm gonna make her big. I'm gonna make her get up here with me in a minute. I'm just gonna show you a few more things to my book, and then I'll bring Teresa back.
Oh, it's me, Becky. It's me, Teresa Church. Teresa C, little sister Spitfire.
So I'm just gonna take a piece of get my tacky glue and go straight across the spine of
I
this.
know she's got me hidden right now, doesn't she?
Yeah, I'll have her back in a minute. I'm hogging the screen.
Okay.
I'm hogging
She is. She's big now. She wants to be big right now.
I'm the big girl. I'm the big.
Is
I'm the
that
big
green
sister.
ribbon?
I'm the big sister. So anyway, this is how you would do your attachment to the back, and then when you closed your book, you could tie a bow with that. And so, what else y'all want to know? So this was cute. This was a double flip, and then you could take your extra papers.
Beth, have you ever used a stapleless stapler?
I know how to do doggy ears.
No. Have you ever used a stapleless stapler?
Nope.
I've got me one.
It punches the papers and locks them.
I kept poking myself with staples. Or I would forget to go buy me some staples whenever I needed them.
Yeah.
So I got me a stapleless stapler.
Well, it sounds like it was a cheap way to do it because you don't have to worry about staplers.
Well, I kind of like it myself. It's kind of neat. It really is.
You never run out of staples. I'll let you demonstrate it here. So anyway, I just cut up the rest of this paper here for my book. And I can take this paper and I can put it all in my book. Here's the book here. Here's the big one. This is the front. This is the insides. Here's an inside. Here's a flip out, flip up, flip out, a flip out, and another flip out, and a flip out over here, and another flip out over here, and a flip up,
No, Becky, I'm in my own room.
and I flip this one over in and out like that. So you can put papers in every single one of these envelopes, and for storage, and they will stay right in here, and it's up there. If you had different color papers, you could put, sort your papers apart. And if you it's just something cute to have. It's just a little cutie thing to have. And by pulling them out, just one little scooch from the natural fold of the envelope top, you give it that extra little place to hold this one and this one. So it's got two envelopes on the inside of this flap, and they're all sandwiched together, and they're not going to buckle. And that's why you got to have a little bit of a spine. And if this card here that flips up, if it's too far in the middle of this spine, you would probably need to trim that and maybe tape it shut if it was too far in here. Okay, if it didn't flip down straight and you were worried about that, you can fix it because it really does go right over the line, just a smidgen. So what you would need to actually do is take and trim that edge off. That way your book won't bind. Trim that little bit of edge off. And then you would want to put some tape on this, unless you wanted that flap to be open. That's totally up to you.
Hi, Barbara.
And it would be so cute. Hi, Barbara. It would be so cute if you did this in the same colors of envelopes and the same roll of washi tape all through the whole thing. I think that would make it would look beautiful with the same color of tape and the same shades of envelopes. But that's it. And then you close this up, and that is your book, your envelope book, all there. Okay. So I think Lisa, my eclectic life, I did this from Lisa. She's the one I got it from, my ideas from. So if you guys want to look her up, I'm sure she's got a video of an envelope book. You can ask her. So that's it. Yeah.
On Lisa or Tanya's channel, you can probably find just about any kind
Yeah.
of journal that you look for, that you want. You know?
They've been around a long time.
They have.
They've done a lot of videos. But this is this is it. And then if you get done with this and you want to put a one whole napkin on here, or if you want to get another piece of scrapbooking paper and cover the whole back of it with this, that would be pretty. There's music paper. There's a map. I'm into maps. Like that. So it's going to fit it perfectly. Okay. All right. So I just need to pick the exact height. So That's how I measure and cut things. I draw a line and do it. And it's cattywampus too. It's cattywampus.
Nothing wrong with the cattywampus.
It is.
Nothing wrong with that unless you want perfect. And if you want perfect, don't look my way because you ain't gonna find it here.
Don't don't matter to
Perfect
me.
don't live here.
Well, the main thing is, I'm just doing this real fast just to show you guys how to do it. And then when you make yours, you can take your time and you can meddle over the lines and things and see, this doesn't bother me because I could put some washi tape over the edges and hide the edges. So that would be good for me. And if I wanted to, I could go ahead and put my ribbon down first. And it's not too late. It's not too late. We get a piece of ribbon. I'll show you. Let me get a piece of ribbon here.
Y'all ever have a problem with glue on your scissors where you cut tape and all that stuff and you get glue all over?
Yep.
You know what I do to get it off?
No.
I use machine oil, like my sewing
Machine.
machine oil, and I put it on there and then I rub it off with the machine oil. Takes it right off.
Well, is
It
that the
doesn't.
same as Goo Be Gone?
Well, if you
You
use
know what
stuff
Goo
like
Be
Goo
Gone is?
Gone and use it soap and water and stuff like that, it actually ends up rusting your scissors
Oh, look what I
and
just
taking
did.
and taking the edge off of
Did
your
you see what I
scissors
just
and
did?
what. I see what you just
Pouring.
did.
I was pouring my Goo Be Gone on there. I was
Don't
coat.
do that.
Man, guys, what are y'all doing to me? I am not into this. This is not the
So
same. This glue don't smell. I swear.
so what I do is I take my oil that I use. It's a sewing machine oil,
Yeah.
and a couple of
Like,
dollars at Walmart.
is it like 3-in-1 oil?
No, it's sewing machine oil. It's a lot lighter texture than 3-in-1 oil, and
Okay.
it's not machine oil. It's sewing machine oil,
Okay. Well,
and and that's what I use on my scissors, and it keeps them loose and keeps them from getting real dull. And if you take and you cut a lot of tape, a lot of glued edges, like you glue down those envelopes and you have to cut it off and everything, and you cut like with these cards that I'm making, uh, I have to use the glue double sided tape, so I have to trim it off. So when I do, it gets gluey on my scissors. So
yeah.
I use the oil that I use on my sewing machine because you have to oil your sewing machine every so often.
Right.
You have to clean it and oil it and all that kind of stuff. So I use that, and I use an old towel or an old rag, terry cloth towel or an old rag or something that's no good anymore, and I clean the go off of my scissors and it works perfectly. It doesn't take a lot and it's inexpensive to do and it doesn't rust my scissors.
Hi, Clint. Clint's here.
Hi, Clint. How are
About
you?
time you showed up. Where you been? You been eating dinner? What have you been doing, Clint? We've been crafting. Now this here has a little bit left over, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it off. I went ahead and put my ribbon underneath my paper, my cover paper, and it's a little bit cattywampus right there, but I'm not going to fret about it. But here's my ribbons to tie it shut, and it's underneath that. So what you can do here on this is you can find some other cool washi tape to tape up there.
I like the matte paper on it.
Yeah, the napkin is cute.
I like the matte paper. I think that's pretty.
So let's see what I have in my in my tape department for edging. I've got some of this tape. I think I'll try this. This tape is real old, and it is paper tape, but it tears very easily. But
Barbara,
it's
I think we've all done that.
well,
Barbara said you're doing what she's done. She says I've had two coupons in one hand and trash in the other and threw them all away.
yeah,
She said you're doing the same thing as she's done. I think we've all
the
done
pop
that. See,
with the
there you
pop.
go with the
Yeah,
with
I
the
meant to
pop.
take a drink of the pop, and then I was pouring it on there clean my the scissors.
I
How
tell
am I
you what.
going to clean my scissors with that?
I tell you what, Rick asked me the other day. He said, "Have you been videoing again?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "Your hands are pretty." I said, "What do you mean my hands are pretty?" And what it was is I had um, taken and put my rings on because I didn't want to lose them, and I was cleaning out my purse, so I stuck my rings on my finger. And I had all, and he says, "Well, all you ladies, when y'all do videos, you have all those pretty rings on your fingers and everything." And I said, "Most of the time, I don't wear my rings on. My hands swell too much, so I don't wear my rings very often." So the other day, I had put them on because of cleaning out my purse and everything, and so I put my rings on. He said, "You've been videoing again."
So
So
anyway, here's my book one more time. We'll show it to you. Then I'm going to bring Teresa back in here, and she's going to show you something. I don't know what, but she's going to show you something.
oh,
So anyway, this is my envelope book, and I'm still working on it. But I'm putting some cute travel washi tape around the edges that will look cute, and it'll also give it some stability, some
I'll be
strength
back.
over time. So, but here you open it up, and I've got two sides. So on this side, I can flip up, and I've got a little tuck spot up here, and I've got a little some papers in here, and I made this envelope too wide this away, so I trimmed it so that it doesn't interfere with my spine. This is my spine, and when I get done, I'll put some more of this tape on the spine for looks. I just did this to show you that this was the spine, and that's how fat the book can get. That's how fat we can get if we need to, is that space. So anyway, this flips up. This one flips out, and then it flips out again, and then it flips back up. So we got all, and this envelope was too big, so I cut the side of it off. So it's got like a side little pocket type. It's a corner style pocket. And we can put this down like that if we want to and make it cute. You can stamp on these with your stamps. You can use decorative washi tape, stickers, anything you want. You can store your papers and samples in here, and they're all just envelopes. So this one goes back down, and then it flips in and flips in again. But then in the middle, this is my front of my book. Right here's the front of my book, and this is the front. So I've got one here that flips out this directions, and I've got some papers in here, and I put this on there to protect it. So anyway, this is just the flap is glued to this envelope, and you can see the shadow of the flap. There's the flap right there of this yellow flap. So it's just glued right there. And then you have a tuck spot here. And this is the front of the front of the book. Envelopes. You can put things in here too. So when you close this and top this one down, you can go over to this side. And you can do these in any direction that you want to flip them. They can flip right, left, up, down, you back and forth. They can you'll be surprised on the different directions that you can flip. This one flips up and then it flips out. So I can put things here. This is a text spot. And again, the envelope was too big. So I just cut that side of the envelope off and we'll make this a text spot. Here's a text spot. And then this one flips out. And then it flips out again. And we got the envelopes on both of these out here. And then this one flips down. And it's got a thumb spot where you can put things in this side. So I glued, if your envelopes are accidentally glued shut, don't worry about it. You can still use the envelopes. See how I turned it into that one? And then this was the leftover part from another envelope. This was the leftover part of it. And I'm using that as a little tuck spot. Like that. You can tuck things in there. So that's just a little something, and this one goes up. And if you put paper in here, you can see what you have in the envelope. If they come down below this little thumb spot, there's what's inside. And then you also have the inside of this envelope right here to put things in. So this would be cute for vacation. If you were on vacation and you were sightseeing and stuff, and you have a handful of little pictures and brochures and things from a certain day, you could date these for the day that whatever day you were doing and what you did that. You can do a little journaling here and put all of the uh, sightseeing ephemera in here, and and then you can go back and use these for your scrapbooking later. And you can put a date on each one. If you wanted to, just something for fun. It's just all good. The sky is the limit on anything you want to do. Hi, Mary. Hi, sweetie pie. I hope you're rested. So this one goes down and this one goes in. And I've left, again, when I put these in, I scooch them out just a fraction so that whenever something falls over on top of somebody else, there's room in there without it breaking or tearing anything. And that's the total book. And then you close it. This is the back. You can still add more pockets out here if you want to. You can add more pockets on the front if you want to. You can make little envelopes and stick them on throughout. This is a little envelope that I just made. And you can put some little stamps in there, little secrets, pieces of paper. This would be a great job for the grandkids to do. Give them each their 10 envelopes and see what they can make. So let's count how many envelopes there are.
Hi,
Okay.
Mary.
So I've got 2 on the outside. That's 2. I got 3. I got 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on this side. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 envelopes in all. And some of them are just swatches of, from another envelope. So, there you go. Give the kids a handful of, or teach them how to make envelopes and then have them make this book. When they make something with their own hands, They will appreciate it 10 times more than any other
Teresa
thing that they'll ever make.
Spitfire.
You know,
Mary. That's
and
who I miss.
days coming up, they can make them and give them to their mothers or their grandmothers. Hmm. That would be wonderful for the kids to do. So I didn't mean to hog on all the time, but there's Teresa. And that's what we did. And earlier tonight we felted a cat. And I can show you our kitty cat.
It's me, Mary. Look, Teresa C. Little Sister Spitfire.
We did this earlier. Oh, was it
Mary said hi to whoever's in the
Teresa?
background, and I was telling her who I am.
Yeah, Teresa's on with me tonight. I had
This is my
Thursday nights
stapleless staple.
with friends.
This is my stapleless stapler.
Oh, how
And
cute is he?
it's a cute little puppy, right? And
Yeah,
when I got it because I was thinking I've got 3 great grandchildren, and I'm going to see them the 28th. We're leaving out the 28th, and we'll be back next month sometime. I'm not sure when. Sometime after the 3rd, when I get back, we'll be back. But I was thinking about them and myself when I bought it because I keep sticking myself with staples. And
yeah,
what it does, and little fingers cannot get in there. It doesn't open up. Little fingers cannot fit, so they will not get hurt. Okay.
yeah.
I was thinking these things. Big fingers, little fingers, pinky fingers won't get in there. So I'm always thinking about children. So if you have children, and I really like this, you put your paper in there, you bring it out, and it staples it together. As you can see, it makes a little wraparound piece here, and it wraps around here, and it staples your little pieces of paper together. It's not neat. I thought that was cute. Puppy break. All right, take a puppy break.
I gotta take him out. He's clawing me.
Yeah, Joe's stomping around in the attic, of course. And you just put 2 pieces of paper and you staple them together just like you would a regular stapler. And as you see, it makes the cutest little thing. And you can take them apart and slide them back together because it just slides off right there. And it slides apart right there. See, let me see if I can get it over here. Right there. And that's what it does. Yes, I can. Is that best group right there? I can see it fine. Mary says she can see it. Is everybody else can see best group?
Are they able to get in it?
Can you get in? Can you click on it and get into best group there? Hi, Kathy. Is that best group there, Cheryl?
Okay.
Because I can't click on anything. I'm a guest, so I can't click on there. So y'all have to click on it to see. I can't click on it. I'd have to go into YouTube, and I'm on StreamYard over here. Is that your channel, Cheryl? Hang on just a minute. Let me go to YouTube and okay. Now from here, I might be able to. Okay, that's Becky's. That's Becky's link there.
Let's see. I don't know
Okay,
how to do.
Mary's YouTube channel. Um,
Can I share it?
okay, the one without a name on it I found was Becky's. I have to go out and go into YouTube. I have to leave StreamYard, and which I don't actually leave. It's just, and that's Amazon.com. There's the link to Amazon.
There's the name. It's Beth's Crafty Mixed Media Room for Facebook, and you can, as long as you don't type anything with the link, it will stay. If you type, if you, uh, it was a Google Monitor, yeah. If
Yeah,
you don't type anything else with the link or on the link on the same line, it will take it. If you like Cheryl did it, but she didn't put my name on it. She wrote it in a different line. So I don't know why they are doing that. That must be something that they're working on or doing or something. So
apparently.
we don't care. But if you're new to my Facebook group room, just answer one or two of them questions so we will accept you. And I'll do that after the show is over. I'll accept you into the Facebook group, and you can post anything art related in your group, in the group, anything art related. If you are making your art, I don't sell, but I do. I don't. I'm not opposed of you selling, but I don't want you to um, sell in the group, or you know, I don't mind you letting people know that you sell, but I'm not for advertisement, purposes. But I would like to see the art that you make, uh, and that's just the way we do it. No big deal. And Teresa, Cheryl's showing you now her new specimen cards, and you can see through her cards. She uses a playing deck, and she likes to use her die cuts and cut the centers out of the cards in different shapes. And right now she's doing a canning jar, uh, like a mayonnaise jar or a lightning bug jar, and then she'll sandwich two pieces of acetate transparencies in the middle of that, and she'll put a specimen in between, which is, it might be a flower, or it might be a snowflake, or it can be anything, any kind of a die cut that she makes, a butterfly. To me, they remind me of specimen slides in the lab, but I don't think that's what they meant for them to be. But if you've had any biology or any science classes, you know what we used to do with those slides, and we called them specimen slides, and we would put them under the microscope and look at them, and but
That's
you can
what they're
see
called.
through
They're
them.
called specimen cards
Yeah,
because that's exactly what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be specimen slides. Only these are made with playing cards. I made these, and I used a die cut for this. And when Beth is sending me some more transparencies, and I'm making these, and I'm sending these on to Beth to go in her swap, her die cut swap. So as soon as I get them made and I get the other transparency, see, I didn't have but enough transparency but to make two, and Beth's gonna send me out some more transparency. And what this is gonna be is this is gonna be a different one. This is gonna have, see, the lid is up here to this one, and the jar down here. And then and that's what I'm making. I'm doing the cutout for the transparency to be put here, and and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I'm going to try. Is I'm going to try um, this jar right here is what I cut out of here. I use this die to cut the center out, and I'm gonna take whenever Beth sends me a transparency to go in it. I'm gonna take the transparency and I'm gonna lay this over it, and I'm gonna take my I have my um mine right here, and I keep my thing that I use. I use the it's got the little ball tips on here, and one smaller than the other one that I use on my board here. I use this. Uh, so what I'm going to do? Let me see if I have. I don't know if I have a small piece of it or not. Anyway, this is vellum, and what I'm going to try is with a small piece of transparency. I'm going to use this right here. Can y'all see this? Yes, y'all can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay this die down, and I'm going to take and I'm going to try going around the edges and see if I can make it when I get the transparency. You can't see it, but I'm going to try going over it with I did have that, but I'm going to go, and I'm not going to use the sharp edge. I'm going to flip it over to the smooth edge, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to lay it over it. Can you see the die underneath of this?
Yes.
You can. Okay, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to try a little piece of transparency and see if I can take this right here and can you see what I did right there with the transparency with the vellum?
Yeah.
Okay, see, it didn't cut it. It just made it. And I'm going to see if I can make one into a shaker card. And I'm going to see if I can make it into a shaker card with it. And see right here, this is just vellum right here. So but on a transparency, I thought I had a small piece of transparency over here, but I don't have enough to make another card. But see, I like this. See if I can do it with this right here. If I do this right here. But as you see, that doing it on the aluminum made it stand up. And I'm hoping it'll do the same thing. And I'm going to do it on both pieces of the transparency side. And see if that will make it a little bit of a bubble there. So I can make a shaker card and put maybe a little bit of glitter or something in it. and make it into a shaker ATC. So each ATC I send Beth is going to be a little different. Like there's one like this. It's not a shaker. It's not glued down. It's not a shaker. It just looks like this. Okay. And then the next one, I've got this one cut out. And I've got two of these cut. And I've got two of these cut. And thinking I'm going to, let me flip these around. See, I've got this one, which is the Ace of Hearts. And this one, as you can see, and I flip it over. And it's two different ones. I'm trying to find them. I'm making a mess out of them, I'm telling you. I'm making a real mess out of them. Well, that's not going to help us. I'll lose my diet. It's not going to help me. I can tell my blood sugar is getting low. But anyway, this is what I've done. And when I get the transparency for it, there's going to be, the transparency is going to have, let me see. You can see it better that way, right? Can you see it better that way? Anyway, it's going to be a transparency like that. And I'm going to see if I can make it bubble out with my little tool here. Because as you see, I'm going to use the larger ball then. Right there. That. Anyway. I love it. With that wiggle eye, that's so cute.
The boys are in my attic working, so I'm sorry about the noise, guys.
So this is
some repairs done tonight.
And here is where I cut the card out with the smaller. And this is where I cut the square out.
Does anybody want any breakfast?
I do. I need breakfast really bad.
I can eat breakfast any time of the day.
How about a Hershey's Kiss? Do y'all want a Hershey's Kiss? I've got to have a kiss. My blood sugar's getting too low.
Are you okay? Gonna have a snack?
I've got to have a kiss. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm going to have to do a kiss.
Everybody give her a kiss.
Before I pass out, I'm going to have to do
a kiss.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that'll be cute, ATCs doing them that way?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Beth said I can only send 4. Beth says I can only send 4, so she's going to choose 3 people. I know her. She's going to be stingy and keep one of them.
If you send 5, I get to keep 1, and then I can give 4 away.
Well, if you send me enough transparencies, I'll send you 5.
Oh, I'm sending you enough. I'm sending you half the box. It'll go out in tomorrow's mail.
So I'm going to do one that's going to have the lid and the jar with the transparency. And then I'll send one that's just the whole jar. What do y'all think? Y'all think that'll be okay?
Yep. I think the transparency specimen is perfect. And then if you want to just send the jar as a tag, as an ACT itself, that would the insides of it, and it would be like go to a different person. So you would have eight. I would
No,
give that
I'm
to
going to
eight
send
different
you the
people.
whole thing. I'm going to send you where I cut it out too.
Yeah, and we can decorate them and put tags on them, and they could be little tags. They could
But
be
see,
extra
this is
presents.
one big jar right here. It's much larger than this one. As you can see, this is a smaller jar.
Barbara, we are doing ATCs. Uh, we're doing 4 ATC cards. If you want to send them to me, then I will send you back some more, 4 different ones. Is that a problem, Barbara?
Can you see the difference? This is one large jar right here. This is 2 cards. See, this is one large jar right here. And if I take this and do it this way, you can see the difference in them. And we're doing 4 ATC cards in Best Group. And whenever I get the transparencies from Beth, I'll know how many cards I can send because it takes two. It takes two of whatever. It takes 2 transparencies in each card because I've got to have a transparency for this side as well as a transparency for this side. Okay, and then I will put them together, and then I'll put whatever is in the center. And this is two. As you can see, this is the 2 of diamonds here. See, and it's got a transparency here, and you flip it over, and it's a 9 of diamonds on this side. So it'll have to have 2 transparencies, and whatever you do on one side, and I showed how I made them on my channel, and and I had to have 2 butterflies to match up to make them, and the number 16 I had to have, and to do both. And then I did a eyelet and a bulb pin and the tassel. And Esther, I don't know if she's here or not, but I sent her the other one that I did with, I sent her the, and because of it being a double transparency, you have to have it, it makes it thicker because, and see, you have to sandwich it between 2 cards. And I know I'm getting slow on my speech and everything because my sugar's dropping, but that's what I did. One, it takes two cards, 2 transparencies to make 1 card. And on one side, okay, I decided this is going to be the front of my card here. But on the back, I put the date down here, 4/17, when I made this one. And I signed it at the top. Can you see that? And at the bottom, I put 4/17/2021. and then on the other side it doesn't have anything.
I think that's cute. I think it looks good like that.
Okay, so what I did was I took an eyelet and I put
Yep.
here. Okay, so what I did is I took the eyelet, the little thing off of it to mail it. Okay, so that it would be flat and it wouldn't. So that way, when it comes through, it won't have this on to the eyelet because whenever I mail it out, it'll be sideways and all sorts of stuff. And I won't be able to mail it with one stamp that way. So if I mail it out, you'll have to put it back together for me. Put it together. And that's what I did. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Becky. I put my name at the top. Do you see it right here? And I put the date at the bottom right here when I made it. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. That's on the back side like you would if you put, and then when I flip it over on the 9 side, the side that I call the front, there's nothing over on the front, just on the back side of it. Beth, are you making a dove?
I am.
And so I'm taking, this is the larger,
Okay, Mary. Just
this
mail
is
them
the
to me by
larger of
the
the
end of the
two.
month. Good girl.
This is the larger of the two of them right here. So this is going to be, I'm going to pull that out now. So I did I did a die cut. And you can see the larger of the two and the smaller of the two. There's going to be a, can you see it?
That's cute.
And there's going to be two different ones. This is a larger size die
Yeah,
and a smaller die.
yeah. That
So
top part would be so cute if it was fabric.
yeah, I can do, I was thinking about doing the top part of it. I'm just, I'm trying to show you what I'm doing here. I was thinking about doing the top part in vellum and the bottom part in transparency. So what do y'all think?
I think it's cute. Whatever you decide, I think it'll work. This is how talented. This is how talented our Barbara Baxler is. This is how talented she
That's
is.
her.
Look what she
Is that
made.
that is so pretty. I love that, Barbara.
They're like little capes over each one of them. And they're cute.
I love it.
Violet, move over. Barbara's in the house. Okay, Mary, I got you covered. And okay, Cheryl, I'll get you a message in a minute.
Oh, that is cute.
Lovies, the
Love it.
lovies, so cute. Oh, they're little lovies. Thank you for sharing that with me, Barbara. They're called crochet things. I've been doing a lot of crocheting. Well, great job, Barbara. Okay, Cheryl, I got you covered. You're gonna mail yours next week. Uh,
Well, mine, like I said, will be mailed out. I'm gonna take and put them in, and I haven't decided. And if I can, I'm gonna make the smaller one. I'm gonna try to make a little bubble to make a shaker card.
anything you want it to be,
No,
Barbara.
no theme,
Any
Barbara. No theme at
anything you
all.
want to make. Just
I'm
oh
doing
happy
mine.
day.
I'm doing mine in the specimen style.
Oh happy days.
I'm doing mine in the specimen style card,
Yep.
and this is the specimen style right here. Is where you can see through them.
I
See?
can show you mine too. What some of mine I've done two batches. I should be doing a batch right now is what I should be doing. But here's two of mine. This one's feeling the art. I went back and put bumblebees on all of them.
And this is the ATC that I did with the fairy dust. This is one that I did here, and I did. I don't know if you can see it or not. See if I can get it to pick up the shine on it is from embossing powder, clear embossing powder.
I think Teresa's feeling a little bit better today. She goes to the doctor tomorrow.
I am feeling a little better today. I'm getting kind of slow now. Um,
Well, it's that time of the evening to slow down.
this is another one
Don't
that I
overdo it.
did. Uh, this is another ATC that I did with
That
aluminum can and an embossing folder.
show us
And
the
then
other side. Oh, you've
the
got
other,
a. Was it a Coke can?
it was.
Coca Cola. Mm-hmm.
And then there's this one that I did.
Isn't that sweet? Oh, that is so cute. See, it's a silhouette, and then she went over it with a either a white pen or a chalk pen or something.
No, actually, I didn't. It's a die cut.
But did you do the white, or is that the shadow from the
That's the
embossing?
shadow from the die cut.
Oh,
It's
how
not,
nice!
it did not do so cool.
That's pretty.
And then um
Good night,
I just
Mary.
put my name on it.
Sleep well, Mary. I hope you have beautiful dreams.
Good night, Mary. Sleep well. Thank you, Kathy.
That's great. So anyway, we're
This was
gonna.
this was one tall lady right here, and I took her skirt and legs off of her at the base and
Ah,
put her on here. And this was actually the ATC was a big part, and I believe it was Mary's pick 10 that I did. As the background, I think it may have been Becky's pick 10, but it was either Mary's or Becky's pick 10, but I can't remember which one that I used. And I took and I put a, a piece of the lady on here, and I cut it into ATC size and put a piece of the lady on here, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's gold. Come on now. But I put gold on it, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there on the lady's neck is an apple. Right there is an apple. And then there's the gold for marigold. I'm going the wrong way with it, didn't I? And then at the bottom down here is another apple. But anyway, that was part of a pick 10. And those were just some, and it doesn't really matter. It's all in what you want to do with your ATCs. These are just some ATCs that I made that are mine that I sent out the rest of them and kept those. And I'm doing best ATCs in the style of the specimen card right here. I'm doing one in the small jar, and I'm doing one in the larger jar of the specimen card, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing one in the square. So whichever
Hello.
one you get is going to be different.
I'm doing okay.
It's
How
going to
are
be,
you doing?
and then
He's been up in the attic. Let me see if
probably
he's
going
out.
to
He's
do
out.
the card. I'm probably going to do this if I can find it. There's a little piece into it that I can take and put the I can do a dangle piece out of it. Now you see it comes the square piece is out, so you can do different things with it with the little piece that comes out of the center of the square.
So, does anybody else have any questions for either the ATCs or the envelope book? And if if you want to send me 4 ACTs, I will send you back 4 different ACTs. So if you do not get one from Teresa, you might have to write her a personal note later for a personal request because I will only be able to send out four of Teresa's unless.
Well, I may send out. Depending on how many I can get done before I leave, and send them back to Beth.
And if not, uh, maybe we can try and do something similar to it. I don't know. We could try to do something. I don't have a dye machine, so I really can't substitute other than cutting something out by hand. We might be able to cut something out by hand.
I'm also working on a scrappy journal. Okay. Um, this is just
Excuse me. I'm
scrap
sorry.
scrap paper and scrap vellum pieces, and so I did. This is the spine, and this is just a scrap piece of vellum here, and this is all out of scrap, and this is a place where you can write. This is where I cut some yellow butterfly, and this is a scrap piece of paper, and a scrap piece of paper. I made a flip out envelope, tiny envelope, and then of course there's the piece of pink paper that I used, and I used this as, and I don't know if you can see but I used this as a shim to cut out a heart, and so it left it indent there. I can't wait to see it, Cheryl. I can't wait to see your envelope journal. I haven't made one yet. And then this is just, like I said, it's just a pocket out of, like I said, these are just pieces of scrap vellum that I have. And I just made a pocket out of it. Made just a painted paper tag and stuck down in there. And like I said, these are just pieces of scrap pieces that I've made. Just little pieces of scrap tags that I've made. A little journal. And this is just a little fold over piece that I took, and there's the back of the little journal, and that's what I did, and little cut off pieces. This is that little cut off piece of card from the jar, and I can take and cut and punch a little hole and do me a little tag thing. And of course my king is upside down, but that's okay. Hey Betty.
Yes, Mitzi, she did. Mitzi, there's two playing cards, and then she cut the center out, and she put different centers of the
No, I don't cut
kind
two at a
of
time.
the mason jars are in the center, and she used different figurines, different
I did.
sizes.
I do not cut two at a time. I will put them together at the same time sometimes, but the die won't cut through both of them at the same time, but it'll make a dent in the other one. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. It's just a cute, scrappy paper piece thing, but I thought it made a cute little book. I did. And this little piece is supposed to, but as you can see, my paper did not, um, my washi tape did not glue down very well. But it's supposed to glue down to that little gold piece, and that piece is supposed to stick down into it, but it didn't do very well. You're welcome, Mindy. Yeah, no, I do sometimes. I will put them together the way I want them to be together on my die cut machine, but the die won't cut all the way through them both, but it
Hi,
will make a
Esther.
dent on the other one. Hi, Esther. Did you get your card, Esther?
I know it's almost 10 o'clock, but I've been on since 6, and I've been playing since 5, and I was on with Becky before I came on here, and we played and had a good game, and it's been a great night. But I'm getting tired, so I'm going to have to quit, guys.
Esther,
And
did you get your card?
uh, Teresa wants to know if you got your card, Esther. And Teresa, thank you for coming on with me tonight. We'll definitely do it again.
Thank
Uh,
you for inviting me, Beth.
so it'll probably be Tuesday. I have to add up my hours. I'm only allowed 20 hours with Yardstream a month. You get 20 free hours. So if I have enough hours left
So
over,
if
I'll.
you teach me how we can come on my channel.
Well, that's true. We could trade, and so we can always do that. And uh, Teresa she's got so many cute ideas and so many cute things to show us on her desk. It's just icing on the cake. Yes.
Thank you,
Good night.
Cheryl. We enjoy it.
And so I thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with us and playing with us. And we'll do it again. It's Thursday, so we'll be back on Saturday night and we'll play some games.
All
So
right, ladies, I
put
need to
your
go into
magazines out.
dinner. We haven't had dinner yet.
I haven't either, and it's waiting on me. So
And
if you all need me in the chat room, Mary should be on tomorrow night. So I hope to see you all over at Mary's.
bye, everybody. Have
And if
fun. Thank you, Beth.
you're welcome, Teresa. And so if you need anything, be sure and message me anything if you have any questions, and we'll get right on it. So thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll see you soon. Good night.